So sorry. We're live now, though. We're coming, I promise. I just want to say welcome to the two pondering pagans. Yeah. We're going to make a quick transition here because the music today is by White Bat Audio. Let's get it going. Promise it will start soon. But to turn up just a hair.
Good morning. I'm here enjoying my delicious Thunderpuss tap, sold exclusively at Roots House of Kava.
Breathe much. Welcome to the two pondering pagans, Pagan Sunday Circle, generational trauma and culpability.
Where is Melvin?
We have a fun show for you today. What up, Mama Dragon, Twisted Chaos, YOLO, Tresap? We did not get up early enough to do our hike. That didn't happen.
Shit, I'm getting old. Fuck, I have to go to bed at like 10. I'm gonna get up and do shit the next day before noon.
Yeah.
Those sluts.
Yeah, they are. They're all sluts.
Mama Dragon, Twisted. Hello.
Alright, my phone is being silly.
Oh my god, and Tree Sap's even good. It's like earlier.
I know. It's 8:45 there.
Where her is? She's on my mama's time. Texarkana is my mama's place. Oh. But I didn't tell you Arkansas or Texas. Husband and I are going on a hike today. Oh, nice. Hey, Paranorm.
Tresap, that's awesome. We were supposed to go with Twisted Chaos, but we stayed out last night until way too freaking late. I don't think I went to sleep until what? 2 o'clock? So there's no way I was going to make it up in time.
I love Tresap the most right now. On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Oh my god, I love you. You are my cousin. I know you're not from where you are now, but oh my god. We have to be related.
Just welcome, good morning. Yeah.
That made my whole week, Tresap. On my mama,
that was
hood,
fucking hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you love it? I think we all love it. That was fucking hilarious.
We are definitely cousins.
We are having some lag issues today with our stuff, so just bear with us. You know, hopefully that won't last for too long. The Twisted Chaos. Right now, I'm using the electronic burner that we talked about yesterday. I have it set to 200 degrees instead of its max at 300. And it turns itself off because I had it on a 1 hour timer. That was my fault. That's why it's not smelling.
And I can't smell shit.
I smell it pretty strongly, but again, it just died out. So we've got it back on. I think so far it's doing really well. So I'm excited. I'm enjoying it so far. So, you know, we're still going to use the charcoal, but we're looking for something that would have a lower smoke, but more scent, so that we're not like messing with the dog so much, because the smoke really does affect Finn a lot. So we wanted to kind of chill that out a little bit. But Heem's such a good boy. Isn't Heem? Heem is so good. We love Heem.
Friends, look.
Bootless. What's up?
Paranormal. I
Girls,
actually
hush.
Look, y'all. I did not mean to do this, but I think some people think it's unprofessional on LinkedIn. So there's this person on LinkedIn. I do really well on LinkedIn with like followers and stuff. Chronic positivity, that's my gig. But there's a lady on there, Kim Backstein, that calls herself the Queen of Memes. Well, I've been posting a lot, so I just made a comment. The Prince of Posts is gonna go live, and I didn't realize people might think I'm mocking Jesus, the Prince of Peace.
Well, that's to me
The Prince of Posts.
kind of funny.
I think it's hilarious. I was wondering why my boss didn't like it. This Christian lady. Probably thinks I'm mocking Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that is funny to me. Funny.
Oh, Jesus.
My petite is a mess. But we're glad you guys are here. We're glad everybody stopped in. Oh, I did too. I got my gray one. I ordered gray. Don't forget to properly season it. Generally, you season it with oils. Most specifically, garlic oil is a good one. If you crush garlic in it and rice to kind of break it in a little bit so you don't get stone in your stuff. But since we're not using it for food, it's not as big a deal.
I love it that y'all got, but I'm just curious, why did you get it? Did you need a new mortar and pestle? No. I like it. I mean, I'm just wondering, no problem. But
oh, I did. Oh, it's a problem?
No, I'm just wondering.
Because you'll get yourself put out front real fast with your LED eye tricks and $400 gold flake serums and Korean beauty shit. Don't get me started.
Korean beauty is actually
so is a mortar and pestle.
Economical.
So is the mortar and pestle. I don't think most people want to take Prince of Post strong, to be honest.
I'm like, why aren't people liking this positive thing I'm doing?
Yeah. So we're gonna do our normal, what we always do. If the lag gets, Jesus, these dogs, I swear, guys, please. If the lag gets too crazy, let me know. We've changed some of our settings again to try to make it work a little more effectively. And whenever we change something, it gets a little bit worse. And again, this 10-year-old laptop is officially 10 years old, and it is barely hanging on to Windows 10. As you know, they don't even service Windows 10 really anymore. It's on the backup service. So I unplug this thing and it cuts off. Like it's that far gone. It maxes out at like 83% now when it charges. So this laptop we've been streaming on for years. I'm so proud that it's still working, but I am waiting for the day when it just says no. And I want to get some of our stuff paid off first before we get in that. But anyway, really neat show today. Squeaky Silence, good morning. Tree Sap, good morning. Hootless, YOLO, Twisted, Paranormal, Tree Sap. I want to make sure I hit everybody. Mama Dragon, I think was first in. But thank you guys for joining as always. Please don't do that again.
What?
Spray that stuff. It's in my mouth now.
Sorry.
Like, why spray it? We've got the candle heater going. We've got a Hajari incense going. We've got the charcoal we're getting ready to start. Like, really?
Okay.
Use your brain.
Really?
Use your brain.
Really?
Yes, use your brain. Really.
I can't even process it. Like last
Have a chihuahua.
week. Come here, Chihuahua. Last week totally wiped my brain. Like it was exhausting.
Yeah, I think that was true for many people. Come here, babies.
Hey, La Petite.
Pipe. I don't know why Piper just really desires to put her head underneath my chair, and then she freaks out because it won't move and she can't get up, so she tips the whole thing.
She's a baby.
She just always wants to have her head underneath the chair. I don't get it. Anyway, so today's topic, I don't think we're going to actually get through the whole topic today, and that because this is a big overarching topic, and again with last week's isms. And by the way, when I say isms, I'm not using that to mock it. It's easier than to say list out all the different isms we talk about, but we'll just stick one ism. The isms, that conversation can always continue. I kind of want to keep that tone because I think it's very important to have that conversation. But today I did pick generational trauma. This is a conversation that you guys have been having adjacently in the Sunday Circle channel, actually. But really, I figured that's a good overarching topic for us, but we can kind of narrow it down to a couple of specific things. I assumed that paranormal. No worries. I assumed that's not what you meant. I can absolutely see if you type in ATIUS that A and S are so close, it's going to autocorrect it.
Stupid.
Yeah, we get it. So, should Adius happen to stop in here and read the chat, we will correct him. But but I wanted to talk about this because it was a really good conversation that I think Hootless kind of started on, and there was a lot of really good conversations. So we're going to let the conversation go whatever direction it is, but we're going to keep the conversation about isms from last week going, and this conversation of transgenerational trauma is kind of the new topic with discussions on culpability, because I think it's really important for us to talk about this from different perspectives. Now, I think Hootless, your really talk was, what really I think started it for you. It seems like it was the whole, A, do you have skin in the game? What does that even mean? How do we have skin in the game? And if we do, quote unquote, have skin in the game, how can we accept the positives that comes with, without also accepting the negatives? And I think that this is just a really, really cool conversation that I'd like to go deeper into. A lot because yesterday, Rook and I attended a mental health support group meeting. What in the world? I don't know what he's doing. Well, we went to a mental health meeting yesterday, and it was really freaking cool. Very meaningful. A lot of things came up that I didn't expect to come up, as is often the case. And it really just got me thinking again how much I enjoy doing that. And being part of those kind of conversations, not just because I feel like it helps me, but I feel like I have a lot to offer when it comes to that. And that is one of the topics that came up while we were researching this topic, which is pride, and how pride is not a bad thing, and it is not supposed to be a bad thing if we discuss it and have it done properly. But anyway, I'm getting off topic with that. You guys can probably tell I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. But within that, I wanted to start that conversation in a minute when we do, with the idea that do certain things that take skin in the game out of us, does it remove us from the ability to participate in the conversation or have feelings about it? I'm going to go right into the hardcore stuff too. Do I have skin in the game when it comes to a woman who is planning on having an abortion? Do I have skin in the game as a gay man? Do I have skin in the game if I were a straight man? Do I have skin in the game if I were a straight man who also was the father of that potential baby? Do I have skin in the game? And what does that mean? We're going to get into that, and then we're going to get into just really what it means. And so, Hootless, thank you for sharing that information, because I think that was a great topic to kind of pull in, what our discussions are, and I'm really excited about that. But before we get into that, yes, and I think Hootless, this is a good one to start with when we get to it, because it's so polarizing, and it's really a great way, I think, to use a polarizing subject to make our definitions, right? It helps us define what things are and what things aren't for us. And I have a feeling that some of us aren't going to disagree on this conversation. I just really want everybody to be respectful for it, because I really also want to get into the not so big conversation.
Escándalo.
Right?
YOLO. Escándalo.
Escándalo. I want to get into, I don't want it to stay the strong, big conversation. I just want us to use that to kind of define some of these things, to maybe set the stage, and then really get into the little things, like just what you were saying, like, all positive and no negative, it doesn't pass muster. I completely can understand that. And, how do we include it? And I have a personal conversation about this that's been very helpful and very neat, that I learned from when I used to work up in DC about some of these things, about names and about family and all that. So it's really, really interesting, but we'll get into that. So first, what are we doing? What are we reading? What are we learning? What are we pushing? What's going on in the world?
First of all, I do have to say, our friend Caitlin had a very good support meeting yesterday morning at our home kava bar. And it was like for, I don't want to say it wrong, like coming out of addiction,
mental health support. Because I just talked about it while you were in there. Mental health support. And
it was so good. I don't know why I'm coughing a lot, but
probably the Hajari incense that you think you like.
It's very good. So reading, I am obsessed with Mitch's album right now.
Oh, you can still talk about the meeting.
I just found it very good because I had a really crazy draining week last week, and it was really nice. I got to talk to some people there that I've seen and not not ever interacted with, so it's really nice. Very supportive.
Try to turn on the video again. Video, hello.
Very good. And my shirt does say "Be nice," and on the back it says "Don't kill people." It's for Annie Elise. If you're a true crime junkie, Annie Elise has 2 podcasts: 10 to Life and Serialistly. Be nice. Don't kill people.
I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing side quests.
So I'm obsessed with Mitch Albom right now because of him. So I'm on my 3rd book. We read Twice, which was so far my favorite one. The Timekeeper, and right now I'm reading a classic, Tuesdays with Maury, and so are you.
Yep. Welcome,
so
Sky.
Reading and talking, and gonna finish Flowering Wand.
I finished it this week.
You finished it.
Lots of thoughts on that. We missed completely. I hope you know this. Our Mending Guild again.
Oh my god.
Even with it on the calendar, we still missed it. So I think we're just gonna do one to get caught up because we need to do it. I mean, lots of stuff going on with my family and other people. I just want to have a moment. So I have our meditation candle here. I don't know if you guys see this. These are little mini meditation candles made out of beeswax in a flower candle holder that we made. So I'm going to do that, but we just keep missing it. Just keep missing it.
Mi nombre es Brad. Estoy aprendiendo español para ayudarlo.
All right, so I'm hitting the wrong buttons on the computer, so it's probably going to jump around a little bit. My apologies, because every time I open something...
So what's going on in Paris? There's been some crazy stuff this week.
Yep.
Hundreds arrested after a PSG Champions League.
Yeah, they're calling it the night Paris plunged into chaos. Riots, death, mayhem gripped the city streets as the PSG Champions League victory causes chaos with 45 arrests and fires set across the city.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, I'm assuming.
What is it?
So,
is it Paris, Texas, or France? I mean, that's a valid question. My home state is Texas. I miss Texas.
Paris Saint-Germain, PSG is the professional sports club based in Paris. Men's Association, soccer, football.
Oh, okay.
So that's where that comes from, if that's what you're talking about. Craziness.
Good morning, Sky.
I don't know. But I mean, it happens all. I think human beings are just stupid. They get wrapped up. That's to me kind of partly, when a group gets together.
I'm thinking paranormal.
Yeah, I know. It's not going anywhere. It's written.
Oh, okay. I like to. Sorry, I have a thing where I like to respond immediately to comments.
That's actually a generational trauma we can talk about.
Trauma. Because I was ignored, and I feel my ADHD. I feel people don't listen to me or respond, and I talk for no reason. So maybe I think that's probably why I process and try to respond.
Yep.
When they say
a lot of projection in that too, considering that you think nobody listens to you. And anyway,
they know, and I'm like talking, and they're just going on with their own lives, own conversations. Okay. Anyway, that's to unpack another time.
Yeah, that's
Gucci.
I don't know. Sports to me is cultish in some cases. I think sports can be good for grouping together, but I think it's very culty. And I think that is how people just get wrapped up in it. One person does a thing and they're all hyped up on adrenaline, like hell effing yeah, and they just go out and do the thing and it just goes off. I think it's just human beings.
I'm sorry.
It's tribal mentality applied on a global stage. Sometimes I feel like you're not ever listening to me because you're considering everybody else's conversation instead of mine.
So that was bad. I'm sorry. I just said that.
So projection.
Yes. I'm not going to look.
We can still look. It's not going anywhere. That's written. It's written up on this. Y'all's comments are written up on this big screen so we can like respond to them.
I listened to you. Oh, thank you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's all on drugs
it's my mind.
Or something else. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just people being crazy. And I think it's that tribal mentality of things that bring together and people just have... I don't want to go down the... they're just all bad people and they all do bad things and it's just hoodlums and the way the world is going. And no, it's not that. It's it's when people get together in groups, group dynamics happen, and things happen, and people get wound up, and it just goes, hey, mob mentality. That is actually the word I was looking for. Thank you. So it's mob mentality. But back to books real quick, so I don't forget. I am reading Tuesdays with Maury. So far, really good book. Like, seriously, I think you guys should consider reading it. If you haven't read anything from Mitch Albom, we're in our third book of his. They're very easy reads, and they're very meaningful, almost parable style.
Is Twice your favorite?
Twice is still my favorite.
Twice is my favorite. I would
Twice is my favorite. I think this is going to be my set number 2, and then Timekeepers number 3. Timekeepers, it switches back and forth too much.
It does.
It's hard to follow. Like, you have to read it twice, I think, to really get it.
But I do get it's funny. I'll say it after you. I'm finished. Talk about your books.
That's okay. So I finished the Flowering Wand. My opinion of it early on was there are some things that I don't like about it. There's some misgivings. I think, Mama Dragon, I think you're kind of right here because I feel like I was taking some of the things she's saying personally because I don't feel that way because I have dealt with them intentionally at some point in my recent life because, I've always felt relatively closely connected with Divine Feminine. It's the masculine that I've always had a really difficult time with, and those things have switched at points, but getting to the end of the book, I still feel that there's a bit heavy on some of the content that she's pushing, maybe a potential agenda of her own. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a negative thing at all. I think it's good, and I enjoyed it, but I would like to read a book, if anybody has a recommendation, on a book about sacred masculine from a male perspective, to kind of balance out what's in my head with all of this. So if anybody knows of a good one that's similar idea, I really want to do that. And then I've got like 4 or 5 books in there because I've read Fish. I'm reading Mindfulness by the Harvard Business Review. So quite a few different things. Where I'm reading Who the Fuck Am I to Be a Coach, which is a really good book. To you guys, I've talked about this before. I have imposter syndrome. Yet, I graduated top of my class, high school, college. I had straight A's, I'm a magna cum laude, all that stuff. And I still feel like an imposter on some things, but I have to get over it because I have something to offer. I'm trying to be okay with myself, being proud of that and moving forward. So that's one of the things I'm working on. But I'd like to see something from that, from like a true sacred masculine from a male perspective. And if it involves the Green Man, even better, because that's one of my big focuses in general. Next book club is second Tuesday of June. I know we missed one, but the last 4, we've missed 1 out of the last 4. And thank you guys for continuing it when we forgot the one. Y'all had it anyway, and I love that. But yes, it will be the second Tuesday of June, which will be June 9th. So June 9th is the next book club meeting, and we will be there. So, but yeah, that's most of what I'm reading. There's a couple of other things I'm reading in there, but that's the big ones. And I'm currently taking a class on advanced metaphysics that I need to get back into and follow up with, because it's not going anywhere, and it's still waiting on me to do it. So June 9th. We might do a healing meeting this Tuesday or this week or this weekend even. I don't know, because we missed our mending guild. Rook generally runs that, so we'll see. Do you smell the Hajari? Because I do now. It's being overpowered by the candle, but I'm smelling it now.
Oh, I do smell it now, yeah.
Hey, TT. I can't hold you, TT. You're a big girl. I know you've lost weight, but I can't. I love you.
Her face.
I can't hold the girls like Rook does because my legs get tired too fast when I hold them up.
I want to do another video.
Yeah, you go do another video. I promise. All right, so now I'm going to go back up and catch up on chat because I missed a few things. Jason Miller book, yes, we have it too. We are going to read that soon. I've not started it yet.
Yeah, sex.
Fishies, yes. Tree Sap. I think Tree Sap inspires everybody to read. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put it on our calendar too. It's even on our calendar. We miss it. I do want to consider getting that digital calendar at our front here that pings us and stuff. We have to
That
talk
would
about
be
that.
nice.
Don't have the money right now, but paranormal. I don't know any Spanish. I took Latin in high school, 6 years of Latin, 4 in high school and 2 in college. And I took a French summer class once, and all I can remember is Je m'appelle Jérôme and je suis la jeune fille. My name is Jerome and I am a little girl.
Je suis un homosexual.
Tu es Flammenwerfer.
Je suis un homosexual.
That was German. German is what I really want to learn because that's kind of my ancestry. So I'd really like to learn German. I don't really know if I can speak it much because you don't speak a lot of Latin when you learn it. It's more about written words, and the conjugation of Latin verbs. I don't even know if it's verbs anymore. It's been so long. I mean, it's been what 30 years, 25 years since I've used it. Really, but yeah, if somebody put Latin in front of me, I could read it. But I'm not gonna be able to pull something out of my head. What was really great about Latin is how you learn 144 different ways to conjugate words, and then trying to figure out which one is it. Amo, amo, est, amo, amamus, amatus, amat. It's insane. Yeah, keep working on it, Squeaky. You'll get there, I promise.
Salve Regina, atta amat intemerata sanctus sanctus. You know where that's from?
Sister Act.
Yes.
Don't hit the table.
Salve. Espresso. I love espresso.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought somebody said something about espresso.
Hootless, you want to tell him about espresso?
Oh, Esperanto.
I don't know, but we should look it up at some point.
Think about me.
Ow! You gotta stop, honey. That hurts my leg.
So.
When we talk about that, we need to learn Spanish because of down here in Florida, so many people speak it. That's the language we should learn and spend time on because it's so prevalent down here. Tree sap, we generally start. I think we start at 7, don't we? Isn't that we did last time? Or 8? 8.
Sorry.
So you hear him talk about it, nobody listens to him, and it's because he doesn't acknowledge that people are listening because he's not listening to anybody.
But I need to.
When does the book club usually start? 8, right? 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock your time.
Ocho media.
7 o'clock Central. Esperanto. I don't know anything about it. That's what I was getting at. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Is that language related, like the love language thing, or something else? So yeah. Okay, international. That's what I was thinking. Okay, I don't know much about it. I just in passing and kind of saw it down a little bit, but
Ooh.
that would be a neat topic, like for an encyclopedia show or one of our shows, because I don't know anything about it. That would be not something to kind of look up. Yeah. Designed in the late 1800s to be an easy and neutral. So Hootless, not knowing anything about that, does it still exist? Is there still a way to learn it? Is there still a process for it, or is it gone and like missing? Because the one thing I do want to get back into learning is Theban alphabet and writing in Theban. You still speak it in English, but I'd like to learn to write in Theban. I actually learned most of it, and then I kind of stopped 80% through, and I kind of lost it. And then runic writing. But so yeah.
So a real life common version of D&D.
Okay. Yeah, that would be super cool.
Massive community, very committed. Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
Which is Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that. Hootless. I really don't know much about it. I think I want to look into that because that would be something.
Cool.
Now I also did have. I was actually fluent with ASL, but again lost most of that when I didn't have anybody to communicate it with. which is something I would love to pick up again. But then I'm getting out of it. I'm not a polyglot. I barely can speak English right sometimes. Although that is one thing I think all humans can do better if we put our mind to it. We just need a group of people to do it together. Otherwise, we don't have the ability to practice it the way I want to. But I do like Duolingo. Actually, Duolingo is a pretty neat way to get conversational. So I'm gonna look that up. Seriously, what do you think?
I'm very fluent in DSL, but that Esperanto sounds. That does sound very interesting.
I'm gonna ignore that.
What?
But paranormal. I'm sorry, Treesap. You are nothing like lazy.
Oh no!
Learning another language is not. Not doing it is not lazy. But it is something we can do if we really want to. But learning something that could be a common language, that would be freaking cool. Especially if it's supposedly simple and easy to learn. We're gonna have to look that up. So I'm gonna make a mental note about Esperanto as a language that we would like to learn.
That would be cool, and people speak it. It sounds like.
Yep. So, what you guys, just so you know,
Project 2020.
I am doing a thing with my Plod AI. I'm recording our conversation so I can get a summary afterwards, and we're going to use it. And I'm marking flags of things we want to do and learn, and go on. And Treesap, that's freaking amazing because my family's all Pennsylvania Dutch too. Historically, I would love to get more into that, but unfortunately,
hardcore dancers.
Language is hard.
Especially the Hawaiian dancers. That's very like the hula. That's very erotic.
Oh, you should watch Dr. Zachary Rubin.
Who's that?
He's so funny. So Dr. Zachary Rubin, if you guys don't know, he's a certified board. He's an ENT doctor, certified board allergist, board certified allergist. Freaking cool doctor. So nerdy. He's got a nice gap between his teeth. I think he's Jewish. He's got the curly hair and all that stuff. He just looks like an absolute nerd. But his hidden passion is hula hooping. So every once in a while, it'll switch over to him from a real super nerdy stream to him doing the hula hoop, and he's got like the dad bod going on with the bow tie and everything. It's so cute. It's really cute. You guys have to check it out. Like that, I forgot about that. That is so funny. Let me see if I can show you a picture of him.
I'm speaking of Hawaii. I've been at times interested in studying Pele.
Here he is, right here. See?
Really wanted to. Oh my god.
So guys, hopefully this doesn't get us close. But you're not going to be able to see it. I'm sorry, but it's not going to show it to me. I don't think. Oh, maybe it will. So he'll clip to this, in his videos.
Oh my god.
So freaking funny.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
And it's like it's got the turn that song that they're using right now for everybody. Baby, turn the lights low or whatever it is. So, sorry guys, I had to show Rook that really fast. And I'm gonna post it in the Discord, Sunday Circle Discord. If you guys want to see the video, it is so funny. Like, I'm just gonna be transparent. I don't think this guy's attractive at all, but it's really sexy the way he does it, and his wife is so supportive of him. It's really cute. You have to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But he gets really aggressive and stuff about
sexy is an attitude too.
People giving wrong information. Yeah, sexy is an attitude. For
Very
real.
much so an attitude.
So we've got some things that I want to hang on to that. Esperanto, sexy hula hooping, witchcraft in Spanish. But we're not ready for that. I don't know enough about that. But that's very interesting to me. I like language. I'm so in awe of that guy that speaks Mandarin and he goes to these other countries and people are so in awe of how he speaks it so fluently, and dude just learns any language.
Let's see here.
You just got to commit to it, I think. But very cool. I would like to go back to that and have those conversations. And maybe pick up something new. Because that's going to take some energy, I think. Well, we have really gone all around everything but our topic today, so I want to push into our topic a little bit, but I also don't want to stop any of this really great conversation, so let's keep it going. I know it'll get a little mixied in there because we do that. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. And I wonder, I have heard this, You can Google it, and there's going to be differing opinions, but I have heard from some people that if you want to learn multiple languages, it is good to pick more than one and learn them at the same time because your brain will treat them the same way, and you can learn them just the same way as you would other ways. So you're learning, like, if I'm learning the word for book, I can learn the word for book in 3 different languages at the same time, just as relatively simply as learning it in one language, but then having to do it twice later is more energy. So I'm kind of interested in seeing if there's any truth to that. So Esperanto and Spanish and ASL would be the 3 that I absolutely would want to do more than anything.
Esperanto, absolutely. Paranormal. Mi jefa me molesto la semana pasada con su microgestión. Mi jefa me molestó la semana pasado con su microgestión.
Now, what if that means like your boss pissed on you? Dragon, I know ASL. It's been a very long time. I took a couple classes. I dated somebody who was hearing impaired, born deaf, and I got really excited. We used to communicate by the thing, and he taught me a lot of communication, a lot of syntax and grammar. That's something that I would be very comfortable with co-learning with somebody. Esperanto would be brand new to me, and then what was the other one you said?
Sanskrit.
Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Spanish?
Yeah, Esperanto, Spanish, or Latin. That's pretty good work.
Or we all could just learn Esperanto together as a group thing and make another show.
Oh, that would be cool. I wonder if it's difficult to learn.
Well, he said it was supposed to. The whole point was to have something that's a relatively easier language to learn. Is a common language.
Okay, you can learn anything.
All right, so
if you want to, my head's not.
We're gonna look in that. That would be very interesting. I'm very comfortable with ASL, like co-learning it again because I actually was relatively fluent in it, and I was learning. You know, like when you use grammar and syntax in ASL, it's hand motion. So if you say like pronouns like them or they, you move the motion out, and that's how you say you and me and them. It's all placement in the physical world, which I think is super cool. Like it's very active way of communicating, obviously. And if it's really loud inside, you can say, "Hey, would you like to go? Are you so ready?" I think is this, if I remember correctly, ready to go. So you just, I'll have to look that up how to do it right again because it's been so long. Not quite. But yeah, we'll do stuff like that.
I'm a shut
All right.
I've been making up languages my whole life. So
yeah, so why not pick one that we can learn?
Pick one that we can learn together. Yeah.
Yeah. And ASL is very, in most cases, it's very, what's the word? Logical. It's very logical. The differences are very similar to a couple of other languages like Latin, which I like. Usually the verb's at the end, if I remember correctly. So in Latin, you don't say, do you want to go to the store, or let's go to the store. It's go to the store. Do you want? Like, so it's very verb at the end of the sentence, which I think is kind of neat. So the action is the last thing you say in Latin. And if I'm not mistaken, ASL is kind of like that too, where the action is at the end. But, you know, there's a lot of things in there. But anyway, I love it. We have some ideas. That would be fun. We're going to have to look into that.
Cool.
Oh,
Egyptian.
squeaky. Runes. That's the other thing. Theban and
Egyptian.
runes. I don't want to forget. But y'all got me all excited today. And I haven't even had a whole lot of kratom. I've only had this little bit. It's probably left over from all the shit we drank yesterday.
Oh my god. I guess so. We drank
too much. There was a Area 51 themed alien party last night, and even though I did get pissed off at the tattoo artist, I kind of wish I would have stayed and got the tattoo. But maybe next time. Maybe next time. Twisted Chaos got one that was really cool. An update, and so did her hubs, and
yeah, and they didn't take too long.
He didn't. He did good. So
unlike my friend Caitlin,
I'm gonna get his number back from you, and I might actually go to his shop and do it. Just because I feel bad now.
My friend Caitlin, who because of my ear tattoos at the last event, I was offered a free tattoo. But in those places, generally you will get a quick tattoo, not a full piece. But my lovely Caitlin sat there and got a full piece, and I was not staying to wait to get my free tattoo. So I've set it out to release it into the universe.
All right. So Yes. Well, it wasn't end up with a tattoo. The tattoo was chosen before. Twisted goes with us all the time to the kava bars, but she doesn't really drink a lot of kratom. So just putting that out there. They weren't rooted like we were. We were a little muddy.
Yeah.
Even though that's the word for kava, not kratom. Leafed. Leaf blown. Oh, I like that. We were leaf blown.
You know,
Joy!
and that's the thing.
Welcome.
Hey, Joy. That's the thing too. Like,
But this hangover is not bad. Like this, I don't feel out of it.
the feeling I'm feeling too is, for me,
Just tired.
it's not from like just the kratom and stuff. It's from a long week. It's from being tired, and the loud like music.
Yeah.
Kind of all of it kind of has an effect on a hangover to me. Like, and maybe it always has. Maybe it always just wasn't alcohol or whatever. Maybe it was all the energy. Yay, Queen Joy is here. Yay.
Welcome, Joy. We're just getting into our actual topic, which is intergenerational or generational trauma as an umbrella, which we're going to talk about in multiple different phases. But I really want to start with defining generational trauma and culpability. So culpability. So I want to define culpability for anybody that doesn't know. It is a very specific word. It's got a lot of legal pieces to it, or connotations, I think is the better word. And it is the state of being responsible for a fault or wrongdoing and deserving of the blame. So even if you didn't do the action, if you are truly responsible for it and the blame for it, then that's culpability. It includes that piece of it. From a legal context, it's very specific to the level of guilt. So we use this term a lot at work, and we look for culpability, plausible culpability, and plausible deniability. And culpability, really for us as a legal term, is really important because it says, even though I didn't do the action or my company didn't do the action, it's responsible for the thing its employee does. So the question then that's proposed to us by you guys is, what is our level of culpability? So responsibility and deserving of blame for the things our family does, our immediate family or our immediate friend group or our more distant family. So that's kind of the kind of pool that we're looking at. So from a trauma perspective, generational trauma, which can be intergenerational or transgenerational trauma, is the psychological, emotional, and biological transfer of unresolved trauma for one generation to the next. I don't want this to be the overarching the specific topic today, because I want to talk about some other things. More specifically, the comment that B. Hootless made in the chat, because I think that's just really neat, really important. So I want to start with a really tough topic, and it is a potential trigger warning for anybody that might do it. And I want to talk about abortion. We're going to talk about it very shortly. We're not going to go over 5 minutes. So it's now 10:30. At 10:35, we're not talking about abortion anymore. Okay? Because I don't want that to be the focus. What I want to do is use this as kind of a sample to think about what is our meaning when we talk about responsibility and culpability, and more importantly, skin in the game, which is the third phrase / term that I want to talk about, because I think we need to understand these things before we get into the actual topic. So skin in the game.
Get in the game.
I'm going to share with you my personal opinion on abortion, and I hope it doesn't change anybody's opinion. And if on me, and if you feel differently about me, I understand. But I hope that's not the case. I personally, just if me by myself alone, I don't condone it. I don't think it's something that I would like. I don't believe in it. I don't think it should be a thing in quite a few cases. But do I have skin in the game in this discussion? That's the question. The other part of my belief is I do not believe that I have any right to tell a woman what to do with her body. And as the only person or people that can give birth, it's not my decision. I cannot I cannot. What's the word? Um, be involved or have skin in the game because I don't have skin in the game, right? I don't have a vagina. I don't have a uterus. I can't give birth, but I do feel like I should have input. So, do I have skin in the game, right? So, I'll back up a little bit. I'm not saying that I believe abortion is wrong. I don't believe it's wrong. There's no moral stance for me. For me, the only stance I take is I do not have the right to tell a woman what to do with her body, and the baby is her body. It just is. Yes, men can create it, have to, right? Like that's important. You have to have the two pieces, which also is not going to be a thing at some point in our future. But where it is now, I have skin in the game because I might have partially created it, but it's not my body. I cannot tell somebody else what to do. And exactly what squeaky silence, not my body, not my choice. I absolutely do believe that. I do believe I have a right to be heard and the ability and right to have an opinion. My opinion is that we should allow abortions as a country, that we should allow abortions based on what a person and their doctor decide. It should not have anything to do with me or my religion. That's between them. So it should be allowed. It should be a procedure. It should be available. I believe that. I would have a hard time if I got somebody pregnant and they wanted to have an abortion. I guess that's probably the better way to say it. I would have a problem with that. I'd have difficulty with that is the better word. But I would never stop her from getting an abortion because that is her body.
No, yeah.
I agree that the person infected should have choice in the matter. But a woman's pregnancy does affect a father.
Right.
A male.
That's where I'm thinking too. What if you have a father that wants to be involved?
So I don't, and I agree with Dragon though. I don't believe that I should have a choice in the matter, but I do believe I should be heard. If that makes sense. I believe that people should consider my opinion and my feelings on it, but ultimately the choice would have to be the woman, and that's why I am pro-choice. Truly, it comes down to that. So, with that, do I have skin in the game? And then I'm going to go back to what B. Hootless said with JD Vance, because that's the true where we're getting at.
I don't think he sounds like an idiot.
Who, Hootless?
JD Vance.
Oh, because I said Hootless and you said he sounds like an idiot. Because
you said JD. JD Vance sounds.
Sorry
like
about
an
that.
Idiot.
That's how he really feels.
Idiot.
So I guess that's my question. Do you guys think I have skin in the game, or is that the right phrase?
I was not talking about Hootless.
Democrats take it too far when they say a fetus isn't a person. I agree. I am not going to lie and say that I know when life begins, though. I still think it has to be up to the persons involved to make that decision. I will never be okay with anybody making a decision for a woman what to do with her body. And to me, whether it's created, the baby is part of the woman's body. That's just how it works to me.
Yeah, I agree with all that, but lately I'm coming back to just a thought, okay? Like I think there does have to be space for like a dad to say that they would love to have a kid, although it's not their body and they can't ultimately make the decision. I think it could be kind of sad for
it would be
a father, and usually I haven't thought that way, but I'm kind of having space for that right now.
So to me, and I'm going to extend this conversation 5 more minutes because I talked the whole time, and it's not fair. But to me, this means that men do have skin in the game, in my opinion, but we don't have the right to impose choice.
Yeah.
Or an ultimatum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that is something that a man has to consider when you're with somebody. If there's a pregnancy, I don't get that final choice. That's our problem, not a woman's problem. That's the man's problem.
Yeah, tree sap. I agree.
Yes, I agree. I'm the same way, tree sap. But that to me, ideas, thoughts, guys, on skin in the game. Do I have skin in the game? And you don't have to agree with it. It's just I want your opinions. We're going to use those to kind of frame the JD Vance discussion.
And I think real quick, the thing for me that really changed my thing in abortion is a lot to do with guilt. Not that I wouldn't have come to the same conclusion, but I had a friend in my early 20s, like 21, 22, that from high school, that she asked me to afterwards. She knew I wasn't for abortion, but she was going to do it, and then she asked me if I would go sit with her afterward at her home just to keep her company. And I didn't even answer. I didn't even do it, and I just feel like such a piece of shit for that.
You've been talking about that the entire time I've known you.
God,
Didn't you talk to her about it?
never.
Yeah.
No,
You should.
never. So I just like that's really bugged me that I didn't do that one there for a friend, regardless of what I thought. And so I'll always now maybe exaggerated support that right to choose. So
Yes, Mama Dragon. I think that is the best way to put it. Be an adult, right? Be an adult and have the conversation before. Oh, Twisted, that's a whole nother topic that we can talk about. I think it's the same. It's on the same thing. This is on the same wavelength. So
exactly.
I'm gonna go out.
Yes,
I'm gonna go out and say that skin in the game as a phrase that I want to use basically means that we, whether or not we are directly affected by something, we have the right as a human being to have an opinion, to voice that opinion, and to be heard and validated, but we don't have a right to impose that opinion on other things. So if somebody discounts your skin in the game, to me, that's not, I mean, I don't think that's a choice. And I know some of you might disagree with that, because ultimately, the decision has to be made by the person. So, if we keep going, divorce can be a trigger subject. Absolutely. Everyone likes to push their opinion. And that's the thing. Being an adult, we talk about this a lot, and I know why a lot of people think that we don't have skin in the game. Like, especially as a gay man, I don't have skin in the game for abortion or even trans, because I'm not those things and haven't done those things. But I have a meaningful experience in life and the right to have an opinion. And to me, that skin in the game is appropriate to have a conversation, but I can't force my decision or choices on somebody. That's where I draw the line, in my opinion. So, not a clear definition of skin in the game, but I think skin in the game for me is a lot more relaxed. Now, going back to chaos. My Body, My Right, Oregon and Washington, the only states that support assisted suicide for terminally ill, absolutely should be, in my opinion, allowed across the board. Now, I'm not terminally ill. Do I have skin in the game in that conversation? Yeah, I think so. I have an opinion. I have a valuable opinion. I have experience with people dying, experience with hospice. I've seen a lot of people die in my profession as a nurse. So I have skin in the game insofar as I want to make sure that people have that option. Now, I may never choose it for me, and I may look at somebody and say, I don't think it's right for you to do that, but I support your right to have that option, even though I actually do agree with assisted suicide with certain barriers in place.
I agree with it.
So that's a really important piece of this too.
I think it should be included like an advanced directive.
Yeah. Squeaky, I get that. I think you do have skin in the game still, though. What's really good about this is I think you, as an adult, have had maybe an explicit conversation. I assume you might have. But if you have input and conversations with your wife about things that matter to you, and that's one of them, then that's skin in the game. You have it could potentially affect you. Let's put it that way. What you guys do and choose could affect you, and so that to me is skin in the game. I think that's the easiest way to explain it for me. Hootless, I will give a very unpopular opinion here. Recreational drugs. Why can't pregnant women smoke crack? My body, my choice, right? I do believe that all drugs should be legal, and I mean all of them, and people should make the decision for what they do. And that our focus should not be on banning or preventing those things. It should be on educating and providing things that prevent the need for going into those situations. And that goes back to my government overreach. Government's too involved in this stuff, making those decisions. Now, I know the outcome. I have seen it as a nurse of why pregnant women shouldn't smoke crack.
You're a nurse.
But it's her body.
You're a nurse.
It's her body. The only outside of that skin in the game is when the child is born, it becomes a potential drain or risk on the healthcare system, which does affect me. That's more skin in the game. Very tough subject.
It's really that's heavy.
But I still believe that women have the right to choose what to do with their body.
Yes, prostitution should be legal.
Agreed.
And like Las Vegas, when they have a safe plan for testing and for benefits and is organized, why wouldn't prostitution have been around since the Bible?
Some safety.
So why not make it safe? Look, if anyone is caught, is scared.
Yeah, that's
It's not really a
correct. Yes. And so, guys, this is a huge topic, right? This part that we're in, and I don't want us to get too muddled in the detail of it. But suffice to say, that while many of our thoughts seem to be of a progressive nature, if we take the politics out of them, I think it goes back to people should have bodily autonomy and that everybody has some skin in the game. But nobody has the right to tell somebody what to do with their body, and there is no need to make something illegal. First, shouldn't make a plan illegal, but from a thoughtful nature, science-based, these things should exist, right? Maybe I feel like I'm more important than I am, but I feel like I have good ways to converse and be in this thing. So I feel like I have skin in the game in the conversation, even though what Miss Jones down the street doesn't directly affect me. I might not have skin in game in her choice, but I might have skin in game in the overall conversation. So, with all of that in mind, I'm gonna pause to let us get anything else out we need to get out before we hit the JD Vance topic that kind of started all of this. I wanted to get the detailed hard stuff out of the way first, because I feel like maybe, in my opinion, or my feeling right now, is we all have a little bit better understanding of where we sit on skin in the game, ability to choose, self-determination, that kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff. Oh, shut up. You really
twist my words.
You really had to double check that.
Yeah,
You really,
I don't like
I'm sure he
manipulation.
understood it was you were talking about. Come on.
You're gasping for air. Your manipulation.
All right, Scary, go back to the ice cube you want to thaw from next year.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Yes. Yeah. So, all right. We had a little pause there. If anybody's caught up. Agreed. And if you guys are, anybody in this chat right now is feeling, you know what, I don't really like what Brian said, or Brad, or Rook, Salann, whatever. If you don't really like what we said, or you feel kind of some way about it, we welcome the conversation. And what we really welcome is the potential to change our minds at some point if we need to. But even if we disagree, I would never ever campaign or push to take away your right to make that decision for yourself. That's where it ends.
And I hope everybody here will call me Brad.
Not Rook?
My name is B-Rat. My name is
You don't like Rook?
My name is...
Okay.
I like them both.
We're not. No, you just want everybody to call you Brad, not Rook.
I said I hope they feel comfortable.
Good pondering. Yes, lots of pondering.
You just violated my rights.
I'm about to violate your face. Shush.
I thought you said this.
That was funny. So we were watching some crime show on YouTube, and this lady was getting
drunk,
manhandled. She was drunk as hell in her car. Police pull her out, and they're a little rough, but not crazy. And what did she say? How did she say it? Say it again.
Said, you just violated my rights.
She looks right at him, and yeah, you just violated my rights. And what did the cop said?
What are you talking about?
Like, oh no, I was never mind, or something like that.
Oh, I thought you just told me to shut the fuck up.
That's what it was. Yeah. And then she just like said, "Okay, I'll take it."
She totally gaslit him.
She did.
Or she was really drunk. She's like, "You just violated my rights." What, man?
Oh, I thought you told me to fuck off.
I thought you told me to shut the fuck up.
And then she just like goes to being arrested again, like normally, and didn't have a problem with it. It was so freaking funny.
I so would love to find that again.
We need to look that up. I bet you if we Google it, we might be able to find it.
Oh, you know what I've been obsessed with lately? Totally off topic. As a transition, I've been obsessed with picking and grinning music. More specifically,
yeah, Squeaky.
On Spotify, where these different artists have taken rock, pop, all these kind of different songs, even country, and put them into like with banjo, like picking and a grinning, and it's so addicting to me. Okay.
What, the music you're talking about?
Yeah.
And it is very weird and creepy to me.
That, like,
all I hear is da-dee-da-nee-da-nee-na,
like, dude, all apologies.
I did not like it.
I wanna know. Have you ever seen The Rain? I
Stop
love
hitting
that.
the table.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, okay. With that, we're gonna go and we're gonna switch that conversation to what Hootless was talking about, because I too had the same kind of like feeling reaction that came from the very last comment. I think was what made it the most sense, where you mentioned that the kind of catalyst to all of this was a statement that JD Vance said, that basically when people don't have kids, they don't have skin in the game, implying that we shouldn't be allowed to vote, especially on things that affect families, right? Or just in general, with kids, because is that right? Like, is that true? Do we not have skin in the game? And what skin in the game does he have if he's not culpable for the actions of his own family? Because as we know, he is not. My opinion there. So really just thinking, I guess, in other terms, and Hootless, you can reframe this however is appropriate for you. And hey, Ben, I saw you in earlier, but I forgot to say hi. How's it going? Ben Jehovah. That's funny. Now that I know your actual name, it's really weird saying Ben because of the way it's written. But Vance is an idiot. Agreed. Stupid couch fucker. Absolutely double agreed with that. Although I do think that is the most human thing I think he's done, being like, seriously, like that yeah, I have comments on that. But so let's take the first phrase. If we don't have kids, do we have skin in the game to affect change in the government? Unequivocally, yes, for me.
Yes. Oh my God, that's not even a question.
I can see.
Kids
Oh, yeah,
are probably
that's
some of
because
the worst beings.
It's because I read it, Hootless. Like, I literally just read what you wrote. So, you know, like, seriously, dude's got some skeletons. If he would just let loose, my God, he would actually probably be a decent. Well, no, he wouldn't. It's actually, I'm gonna lie there. So, in what ways do we have skin in the game? Based on our previous two conversations about abortion and about bodily autonomy and about, death and terminally ill decisions to choose to end your life when you want on your terms. Do we have skin in the game? And why? And so for sure. I'm with you.
Oh, he's an incel.
No, that's why he went for the couch.
Obviously.
I can see. I can see where we could feel or could see or could struggle with the idea that we may not have skin in the game because we don't have that direct connection. But that's, to me, only true in a vacuum. Somebody else mentioned it earlier. Functional society, which we are trying to be, requires us to have skin in the game to make these decisions. But I feel like we go too far on both sides, which causes the inability to see or perceive those things as meaningful. I do not at all think the world would be a better place if we were held accountable for the actions of our family. I agree that there would be fewer wrongdoings. I think there would be, but I think that would be such a reversal on generational trauma that we would be less happy. We would be less engaged. There's just a lot of things I think would change to the point that would cause enough difficulty for me that I wouldn't function well. So that's kind of where I come from that. Like, it does give me pause to think, though, if So I'm going to share something very personal. That when I was 16, my dad lost his job. He was there for 18 years. I come home from school and I walk in the house, and my grandmother, my dad lived on or stayed, his room was the room above the garage, so it's a little staircase right inside our door from the garage, which we all came in. So I came in the garage and I turned around, and my grandmother is literally laying upwards on the stairs with her face around the door. And she looked at me and said, "Do not come up here." Well, I did anyway, because I could see she was very upset. Mm-hmm. So she's laying on the floor on the stairs with her head around the door. Can you picture my grandmother laying down that floor with her head like just peering around into the room? So I come up and I sit down there, and my dad is sitting in his underwear in the middle of the floor with a firearm in his mouth. And he had some demons. He had severe major depression. I know when he finally passed, it was relief for him, an immense relief. We found letters and things from him that he wrote that me and my sister read, 20 years later, because he wrote these back in the middle teens. Well, 10 years later then, that expressed some of these things, like, you have no idea what goes on in my head. If you did, you wouldn't want me as a father. You wouldn't want me to exist either. Kind of stuff like that. So seeing that and feeling that made me kind of think. Well, not at the time. It was really rough. But later in life, I thought, what happened? Like, what came down from him that existed or created that feeling or that peace? Is it just physical trauma from his dad being a hard ass? Because he was apparently very aggressive and threw a salt shaker at my grandmother so hard it lodged itself in the wall. So with those things, like, what does that look like from a generational trauma perspective? Obviously I'm carrying some, and there were situations with my dad drinking, and I still think he was a good person. He just had a really rough time. But thinking about that, I know that's heavy. Obviously, that's something I deal with. I've brought to the surface before. It's been part of my shadow work. It's still something I deal with and think about. But I can frame it differently now. And I wonder how much of that I carried into not having kids as an adult, or being afraid to have kids, being afraid that I might do something like that to them. That's skin in the game. And Ben Jehovah mentioned, how far the skin goes with your bad example, which I do like it. If your unaborted kid kills you, did you have skin in the game or nah? What I am asking, is there a game I don't have skin in? And I don't believe so. I think we all have some skin in these processes, but things that are out of your circle, obviously, you're not going to feel that or happen to that. But it's really what comes up now. To exist or to be, that our parents give to us, that we stuff into that bag and we become ashamed of as adults and kind of pull back out. That generational trauma is really tough. And I do believe my dad's major depression was somewhat genetic and somewhat non-genetic, but came from his previous treatments and what came down from him and all of these things. So you're thinking about that. Yeah. That's heavy. Should kids inherit their parents' debt when they die, the way we typically inherit our parents' assets? Why should we inherit assets and not the debt? I do not believe, honestly, that we should inherit either after death. I thought one of the dogs was chewing something.
She's a baby.
I believe that this is a personal opinion, but I'm not going to tell somebody else that they can't, because it's not really in my wheelhouse. But I believe that when we are alive, we should give, if we have kids, you should give the things that you have to them while they're alive. Now, if a traumatic death happens, right? And I know this is getting into determining what is and isn't traumatic. Then that might be a little bit different. I might have a different opinion, but it is something that I definitely need to consider. Because that does potentially change my opinion. So thank you for that. I have to think that through. I do not believe children should be saddled with the debt, because that negative connotation of debt is just another way that parents can abuse you. But we can also frame this differently, Hootless. it might be appropriate that we do inherit the positives and not the negatives, because our goal in society and as human beings should be to do better. And if we are doing things to try to do and be better, then leaving the things that are positive and not the negative benefit our culture and benefit our society and benefit us as people. So that might be another way to look at it too. And thank you for all the nice comments. I appreciate it. I'm still dealing with that. There's a couple of other things. This came up yesterday in our meeting, a mental health discussion that we had, and it's one of the things that is coming back up that I need to reprocess with my new knowledge. But yeah, kid thing, that's rough too. I honestly, like, when I think of it from a specific point, we're not, our society is not at a place where it would benefit the way that it should by using somebody's assets to support the community. We're too what's the word? We are too crooked and greedy and unstable as a society to properly implement a system where we utilize somebody's assets for the good, I think is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to miss anything. I love my kids, regret being with their father. Yeah, that's rough.
Wouldn't they, like, if there were assets, I wonder, does the court sees them? Like, so for example, the reason for my question is, like, I run a nursing home, and so, like, at times, you know, if a person dies and it goes to probate, I need to look up what the exact specific reasons are, but often we will get a letter from the estate or from the court saying, hey, there's a hearing on this. We see as you are a debtor for this person, do you want to attend, like, this hearing and present your case to be paid from that? So I think maybe in a way we kind of do. Like, if, like, at least with companies, like, so like the nursing home, we can go if we know about it and say, hey, this person, we can present a case to be paid out of that if there's money there, you know what I mean? So, like, in some cases it is done that way. Certain things, hootless.
Yeah, I think of it kind of from the effect of, and I see Dragon's point too, which is really good point, that generational wealth hoarding has been horrible for society. Wealth hoarding, take out the generational, but just wealth hoarding has been bad for society, I think, in many ways. There's a few positives in there, but majority of them are negative. I don't think our society is capable of processing that correctly, so I don't think there's an answer in reality. But if we're talking about this from a pure humanistic point of view, like, let's take out all the bad politics and all that stuff. In a perfect world, I believe that generational wealth would be best served shared to the community at the death of somebody. Like, if I live in the city of Cape Coral my whole life and I die here, then that should be used by Cape Coral to do stuff. However, we don't have a government that would use it probably, so that can't happen. You know, I'm talking about perfect world where we all got along and we all understood how things worked, and we all, you know, were really trying to make things right and do things right. That doesn't happen. So in lieu of that, when there are things that are positive, I think they can be left to the next, like a home or finances, I think really have to stay with the family, because the alternative is just, to me, even worse. But any generational wealth should go off to pay debts and other things first. You know, or maybe a percentage of it, like the tax, that kind of stuff. It's just, our countries are too crooked to really process it properly. So it really makes it hard to make a decision. You know what I mean?
Is generational debt part of generational trauma, or is it
Yes.
independent of each other? And in the same way, is that culpability there?
No.
For us to pay back those debts?
Yeah, my opinion in that, generational debt is a form of abuse.
Yeah.
Generational wealth is not a form of abuse, but generational wealth shouldn't be able to be accumulated in the way that it is, but it does. If you guys get where I'm going with this, I'm being very Switzerland on this, because
The rich.
in truth, I would like it to be a certain way, but we're not in a society, in a place where it's beneficial to the world. Like, we're not good enough people as a whole. You know what I mean?
You know, and I'm one of those people. I don't think, like, we should I mean, I think like the rich people should pay like a fair share of taxes, but I don't criminalize them. Like, saying somebody doesn't have a right to this much money or whatever they do.
I do.
Whatever they did to do it, if it's legal or whatever, if they thought of some idea, kind of like the pharmacy with the drugs and all that stuff, if they thought of that and did that and planned and did whatever, like, that's fine. They should pay their fair share of taxes. Should they be keep forgetting, sorry y'all, could they be, it would be nice if they got together, like the few people in the world that could solve a lot of their problems, but would they do it, pay off the deficit, the debt, whatever, fix all the stuff, and then as human beings we're going to immediately go back like and run up the bills again? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to say, but it's.
I get you. I think I disagree though. There is zero, and I'm going to work this backwards. There is zero in my head.
Flip it in reverse. So.
I can't think of the right word. Nobody, no person or family should have $1 billion. Yet they exist. That just shouldn't happen. I think there is a place to say that people that are wealthy, there are some that do good things.
Yeah.
And those that make that choice to do good things are helpful to society. Think of Jeff Bezos' wife, how much she has given to society. Society shouldn't need all that because that initial debt was created by the system in the first place that caused the problem.
I agree with that. No, I do agree with that.
So if we hip back forth and get all that, it goes all the way back to the wealth of $1 billion, $1 million. It's unnecessary, right? Like, I don't aspire to be a multimillionaire. I don't need it. We have everything that we want.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I just don't. I think that should be shared. And I don't, like, I'm not talking like communism shared. I'm talking accumulating that much wealth is psychiatric disorder. And it's abuse if it's left,
That's different. I think, Chaos, I agree with you. But if you're saving money to put in a trespass on, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think I don't think anybody would disagree with that.
Yeah, some people do. Twisted Chaos. The question then becomes, and I think it is a little selfish, but I don't think selfish is always a bad thing. We talked about this yesterday, actually. Selfish does not mean bad, so let's be honest with that. Because I'm also a little selfish. I want to save some money for me that I don't want to share with other people because I want myself to be secure. I don't have kids. But if you save money and put in a trust to pass on to your children, then in my brain, you also have to agree that if you have $1 million of debt, that should also get passed on to your children. You can't have the good without the bad. You have to have both. I don't agree with that. I'm just saying that as like a devil's advocate. I do believe leaving the positive for your children and for future is good. Leaving the negative should stop because we are looking for a more perfect society, right? We're trying to improve society. So I think it's okay to be selfish and move that thing forward personally. But I 100% understand where if you're going to leave $1 million to your kids, then if that $1 million gets wiped out and you owe $1 million, you should leave that to your kids too. And I don't think that's fair. Because one's abuse and one is helpful in our world, right? And so that's how I rationalize it, that it's okay to do that and not bad. But I 100% understand. And I think that might be the crux of the original question that Hootless had, is if I accept that positive, then I have to be willing to accept that negative, which again, I disagree with. You don't have to do that. I don't know your stance on that, Hootless. I just know that was the question. I'm dumbfounded when someone told me if I made $1 million a day every day since the birth of Christ, I would still not have as much money as Elon Musk. Yes, it is. The difference between $1 million and $1 billion is absolutely fucking insane, and people forget that. I mean, seriously. But if everybody had $1 million, everything would cost $1 million, right? We know that too because capitalism is that. But the thought there, Elon Musk is a dumb trash can. Yes, he is. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the Tesla. It is what it is. And
I get you, Teresa. I feel you.
Yeah.
I see you.
I'm a dragon. Don't touch my horde. Right?
Poor, but had a wealthy aunt who died in the poor friend's life.
Financial manipulation. Yeah. Sorry, we're catching up on chat. There's a lot going on.
She inherited money. I'm not sure if that's the question because I can't decide what I believe.
Yep. But my thing is, if I have kids and I have the ability to work hard and save some money for them, that's not multi-million dollars, right? But let's say 150,000. Yeah, I think they should get that. If I build up a debt of $500,000, I don't think my child should be saddled with that. Would it make me more responsible if they were? Me, yes. Most people, probably not. That's the other part of that question too, right? Is would it make families be more responsible, or children or society more responsible? The good ones, yes, but there's not enough good ones. That's it. There's just not enough good ones for it to work properly for me. There's a word for this in psychology and philosophy, and I can't remember what it is, where things would be better one way, but we're just not at a place where it can happen. Yeah, and treat that seriously. I mean, that to me, it's going to benefit society if that person does the right things with it, right? And so I think that's positive. But if they saddle that person with debt, I mean, mental illness, all kinds of things would potentially happen after that. That would be, I just don't think that's okay. So it's kind of talking on both sides of my mouth there a little bit, but I don't know how else to do it. Yeah, see, I get that, Hootless. I'm going back and forth a little bit, but I think ultimately, if a family is working hard, and they have money to leave to their family in our current world, I think they should be able to leave it to them. I think it should be heavily taxed. I think there should be paid for. I just wish the government would use it for the right thing, not just, do stupid shit with it, which is a whole separate problem. But I believe if a family has accumulated extreme debt, I don't believe that it would be beneficial to society for that child to be saddled with the debt. That's kind of where I'm settling, I think. Right or wrong, moral or not, that's where I'm settling in our current situation. If I had a perfect world the way I wanted it, then we wouldn't need to accumulate that much wealth. We wouldn't need to have that debt. So it wouldn't even really be a question. Yeah. That is true, Hootless. You make a good point. But the problem is kids who inherit debt wouldn't be able to get loans. There would be better rates for those of us who are responsible. But that doesn't mean that the kids aren't responsible, right? If I inherited my dad's debt, I would probably lose my house. I would have been, if I was attached to my dad and not my mom, she actually does it a little bit better now, but if I was attached to my dad's debt, I would lose my house most likely when he passed. And I don't think I deserve that. Very personal, but I don't think so. I know he didn't have like massive debt either. Like it wasn't psychotically crazy, but yeah. Thank you for that. It would be the poor that would carry the debt. That's where I'm really concerned. That would be like the benefit for the people that don't deserve it doesn't offset the burden that the more poor people that didn't deserve it would carry. So again, that's another philosophical thing that I can't remember what it's called. This is my thing. I have terrible memory about stuff, but I can process the information. It's weird. The financier, he believes instead of villainizing the wealthy, while we should be villainizing the system. Agreed. I don't villainize.
Sorry, Mama Shichi.
I don't villainize Elon Musk because of his wealth.
Gotta go pee-pee.
I'm actually in awe of it sometimes. I villainize him because he's a fucking douchebag. Just putting that out there. I'm not saying that's a specific example, but yes, I agree. This is the system that's screwed up. Like I said just a minute ago, we shouldn't have to have this situation even occur. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna pause for a minute. Let's get caught up on what you guys are sharing.
And then you stay right here.
So we can see where we're at.
Be right back, Shannon.
When you get back, I'm gonna switch with you, and then we'll move on. But do it now. That's cute. I agree with that a lot. Financier Justine. Squeaky, I want to get an old carbureted motorcycle to work on in the garage, but I know I would never have time to do it. But I want to do it anyway. 80% of the country is currently paycheck to paycheck or worse. And Mama Dragon, again, sharing personal stuff here. Rook and I are paycheck to paycheck, and we shouldn't be. Not saying that it's bad for us. We have way too much stuff. We have overspent. We have not been managing money appropriately. We have taken it for granted really poorly. So we're trying to work that out and make a little bit of a nest egg for us because we don't have a great one right now. Our fault completely, but we did work hard. We do work hard, but there's just a little bit of things I wish I would have done better with it, and so we need to do better and be good stewards of the world we live in. You got to have a lot of kids, like JD Vance said, so the debt is dispersed. That is just sickening to me. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you work on your car, Care Bear. Our Jeep is falling apart, but man, that thing is fun to drive. The headliner's starting to come out, but it's a neat little Jeep. You can take the roof out of it. It's fun. Of course, background on the financier, born poor. If he could, he would wealth hoard just how he's built. Well, the thing, Twisted Chaos, though, that I can see of the financier, I can see he would wealth hoard. But I don't think. I think that he would make, even if it was just for his family, I think he would make good decisions with your family because he cares and believes in your family. Other people that are wealth hoarding just to be misers of money and to hold the control is different. I don't see financier as a controlling person. Yeah. I don't believe your financier would be doing it from a place of greed and stinginess. It would be from a place of stability and holding on to support and caring for the children and the family. That, I think, has a little bit of a different ring to it. Although when you get a lot of money, maybe that changes. I don't know. Some bit of a dragon when it comes to my personal finances. I need to be so much better. I'm not good with them. Got to do that better. 13 years on my car. That's good. Yeah. Ours is what? Just hitting 10. Yes, Squeaky. That really is, to me, the goal is to just not have any debt when you're done. Maybe I'd like to leave a little bit of money to some friends and stuff like that. Not family. Even though I love my family, I'm not leaving it to my family. If I have, let's say I have $100,000 when all this is over, I'd want it to go to my friends to have fun. Like take the money as a group and go have a party, and maybe if I have dogs, which I will have dogs until I die. Somebody to take care of them, to pay for that, but where they could live out and be happy. But that's what I would do. If I had kids, I would want to leave it to the kids. I'm not gonna lie, like that's where that comes from. I would want to do it. I don't want the government to surveil me while driving. It's freaking weird if I buy a new car. Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen, to be honest, in many cases. Yeah. Getting rich is easy if you can avoid the legal trouble and the medical problems. Yep, which a lot of very wealthy people have done. They just know how to game the system. It's really disappointing because that just sets everybody else up for failure. Yes, Sky. I'm going to bequeath all my tarot, all of my stuff to people. I literally, if I am terminal, and of course I have to consider this with Rook too, but if I am terminal or was terminal, I would ask and kind of pull all of my stuff. I'd start selling stuff off, not like from a sad point. I'm not selling, giving away things. I'd start letting go of a lot of things. My library, again, if Rook is okay with it, or depending where we are, when we hit 80 years old or 90 even, which I hope we do, I would be giving stuff away all the time. I want people to come and take stuff and use it and make it useful for you. And my hope is that I leave something for our younger generations, because I don't have kids to leave my legacy to. I want to leave it to my friends, and I want them to share it with their people. And it might be a little more diluted, sure, but it's out there. You leave the night. Yep, you don't need much money if you're healthy and avoid the police. Yeah, for real. Yeah. I mean, we're being monitored anyway. There's no doubt.
Let it be passed.
That's a very good point, Twisted. And Financier. He needs to make a screen name called the Financier. Financier.
He does. Financier.
If debt is allowed to be passed down, then banks would target 80-year-olds due to hold to the family hospital. Yeah, absolutely. And it would become a business. I mean, it really would become a business. I agree that I would die without possessions if I know it's coming. Yeah, that is absolutely true. I don't want the stuff to be hung around. And joy, absolutely. Letting go of things that you don't need. No, things serve us, right? These books have served me. Seeing them still serves me mentally, and having a library to pull a book from and reread something and reference. It's meaningful to me, but it won't be forever. At some point, it's not going to be meaningful, and I'm ready to let it go.
Let it go through the wind and snow.
There's a couple of things that I shared in the Discord under. I'm gonna add some more to it, and you guys add more too if you want. But it's under resources and study.
Sluts.
I put in a generational trauma video that we watched. It's pretty cool, easy intro. I put in my favorite meme. I've seen it everywhere about generational trauma, and an empowering insight by Brene Brown. Which, if you guys don't know Brene Brown, she's another one like Mel Robbins. Absolutely amazing. Between Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, and Mayim Bialik, those three are like my trifecta of the triple goddess. Seriously, just amazing people. So check that out. We're going to put some other things in there I'm going to add today, but if you have things that are on topic or adjacent to the topic, please share them in there, whether it's a YouTube, an article, Wild Hunt, whatever. Put it in resources and study so that we all can go through and look at them and kind of catch up on some of the things and talk about them. I do want to say we've had a lot of conversation in Sunday Circle. I would prefer that conversation happens in the tavern. Don't really care, not a big deal. But if you can, we want to keep it to the tavern because that's where most people go to have conversations, and I want to make sure everybody's included and don't get left out of the Sunday Circle because but again, don't really care. But if we can, let's put it in the tavern.
I want some incense.
Yeah. So, be honest with you, what's really cool is I've been a little bit more comfortable lately of letting things go. And kind of putting things away. That's really difficult for my mentality, but I'm getting there where I'm starting to release things and give them to somebody. Like if somebody really needs something, I'm okay with parting with certain things because they've served the purpose for me. So with that, did this turn off? Nope, it's still going. See, it worked. I'm gonna burn some stuff over here too to see how it goes.
Turn it up now.
I'm gonna harvest some cherry blossoms soon too. Out front.
Harvest the cherry.
So, thank you for the tea with Tina was a hoot. We have another one that's getting ready to come out. We're gonna work on that for you guys, but it's coming soon. Might even try to get it out today or at least by Tuesday. We did not release this week because I was away at work. We're having a lot of things going on. It was a bad week, but I did release yesterday an episode of The Kabbalion Part 2. So correspondence, please check that out. We'd love you to check it out and share it. I talk about this all the time. The goal is never going to be for followers, but I really enjoy the conversation, so we'd like to grow a little bit. So please feel like you share that. So yes, we're getting tea with Tina going soon, and we're gonna get some more stuff. We have a lot of videos that we have to come out. Know that some of them we recorded like 2 years ago that we just have kept and haven't really put them out, but we're getting them out there.
Tina was telling me that Miss Jenkins will make other appearances.
Yes, Miss Jenkins is gonna make more appearances.
The nosy bitch neighbor.
The financier is saying by adding the composition tax would go a long way to fix some of these problems. Yeah. I don't know a lot about that, but I've heard of it. I'm not extremely well versed. Tina, I gotta pee, okay, honey?
Come here, Tina.
Tina's concerns are probably gonna be the biggest thing.
Come here, Tina.
Turn around, honey. I gotta pee.
Come in, TT.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna tell me what her next show is gonna be. She's thinking.
And really, guys, be honest. You know, if you share in the wherever or on the videos. Hey, you know, this video was a cool topic, but you should have mentioned this, or can you talk about this, or this one's kind of stupid, it seems judgmental, whatever. We want your feedback on that stuff. So the whole point of us making content is to have fun, have an outlet, but really engage as much as possible with things that you want to see. So With that, we are going to switch over to tarot, and I'm going to give the keyboard to Rook because I'm going to use the restroom, and he's going to start writing people's names down.
Tina's next concern is she wants mandatory snack requirements for dogs. Treats. You have to tell me more about that, Tina. I don't know if that'll be a substantial topic. All right. So does anybody want a card today? My son says he'll likes your dog and cat. Hello, boys. Does anybody want a card? I think I want a card. Who's that? Who's that? Paranormal. Is it paranormal? Squeaky. Mama. Paranormal. Oop. Normal. Squeaky. God, I can't even fucking see. Squeaky silence. Mama. Hey, mama dragon. Let's see. Mama dragon. Hootless. Twisted. Justed. Twisted. Oh, hootless. B. Twisted. Justin. I need to find my Melvin cards. Hold on. Oh, who's just of me? Oh, Yolani, Teresa. How do you? I can't see this in my eyes. Can you see that?
YOLO.
Oh, yellow and
YOLO.
then Teresa. Yellow. Tree. Teresa. Okay.
Joy.
Joy and pain. Okay, we got it, everybody. That's good. Live occur. Oh, Ben, hold on. Oh. Teresa. What's this one?
Sky.
Oh. Look, I missed somebody. I'm a dragon. Twisted. Yellow. Tree sap. Who's this?
Ben Jehovah.
Okay. Ben Jehovah.
After tree sap.
And what happened?
After tree sap. And then joy.
I thought I had joy.
You deleted it. Sky.
Rizzy.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's everybody, but I'm gonna go back up just to check. I knew where it started. So
yes,
we have paranormal first, right? So I'm gonna call them out. So paranormal, squeaky, dragon,
Meet you, baby.
hootless, twisted, financier, YOLO, tree sap, Ben Jehovah, joy,
show the world.
joy. All right, and Sky. Ben, we need to play again. I don't know what happened. I just stopped playing Valheim all of a sudden, and I don't want to stop playing it. I want to do Viking things. Anybody else wants to play Valheim with us? We stopped playing for some reason, but I'm going to get it back out because I rebeat Cyberpunk again already. But yeah, I might play some this afternoon, actually. We have a server going, but it only works when I'm on, unfortunately, so... yeah, we'll do that. All right. A couple of questions before. Oh, well, I like mead. Now, if you're able to ship that Mama Dragon, if you make enough to ship it, even though I don't drink, I will buy some from you and share it at our meetings and stuff, because that's what we do with our mead now anyway. We need to start doing that again. We've had some. Yes, Hootless Valheim. It's a Viking kind of open world style game. It's been out for a couple years that our groups get together, play it, and then they stop, and they get together, and then stop. It's funny. So, yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know. It's on PC. I know that. That's how we've been playing it, is on PC, so I think that's the only place I know it is on PC. We have a little bit of a new tarot set up. Like, yeah, that it is hard to ship because they're easy. At least the bottles we use can come open pretty easy.
Santa Muerta.
But we're gonna do this today. We're gonna start our apple mead. I have to. As soon as the dandelions get here, I want to make dandelion mead too. So thank you again for that, Dragon. Hootless Switch 2, yeah. Well, I have a Switch 2. Also, we should game sometimes. I'll bring it next time we come because I don't know how to do all the friend code stuff. All right, so can you guys just let me know? I know it's not a big deal to you.
I need glasses.
Can you let me know if? Yeah, it's a good game. And if you guys get back into, I know Ben. Yeah, it's a friend code or something. I just don't remember how to do it. But Ben, let me know some availability and we'll get it fired back up. I know you're not always available. You've got stuff to do with your kid and all, but for anybody, I'd be more than we should play. But okay, so can you please tell me, are we still having a delay in our sound? Because on my end, it's still showing a little bit of a delay. Not bad. Before we end Hootless, I'm gonna see if I can't find get my Switch 2 over here, and we're gonna check our friend codes before we're done today. If you have a few minutes, I think it'd be neat to play some versus games once in a while. And then again, I don't know if we can do it next week. Saturday we're going hiking, but maybe next week or the week after, we can come up to hit your place up there. Oh, that's okay. Look, I haven't touched it for probably 2 or 3 months, so. And that is true, Hootless. I think the 6 is going to be 2027, 2028. They're talking now, so. But who knows? All right. So today, sound is good. Okay. So our issue earlier was the sound is like coming out right before our video, and we made some changes to try to get it right, so hopefully it's fixed. Okay, even if it's off just a little bit, let me know. I can advance it a little bit more, but I think we must be in a pretty decent spot then.
Can you go?
So
Can you
all
go?
right, well thank you for that. We're gonna
Those
go
are
to
pretty cards.
Yes, they are.
I'm using the Santa Muerte Oracle today.
All right, we're just gonna get this.
The cards of the dead. She wanted to come out. And she wants some more weed.
So basically, here and
pretty.
here are our spaces. Now we are using something that Miss Twisted Chaos got for us, so I'm super excited.
TKT, thank you to the TTK.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and make one more change. So yeah, we'll change it. It might not show until next time. Ooh, hold on, I gotta copy that.
My friend code. Ooh, what is that?
For a Switch, Rook has a Switch too, but he hasn't used it in like 10 years.
Yeah, I need to use it. I'm ready to play some games. I need some mindless gameplay to relax.
8521 6967
8575
All right, as soon as we're done with tarot, I'm gonna add you, and then I'll make sure Rook gets it too. Care Bear, all right. Well, let's go back before we get started and make sure Care Bear.
Care Bear. I miss Care Bear.
We always miss somebody. It's terrible.
Yo, mommy, yo,
Oh
daddy.
yeah, right after Paranormal.
Got holes in her panties. Holes in her panties. She got holes in her panties. For a quickie.
No, hold on. Me, please. Joy Purcell. So, Care Bear, yes. So, right after Joy. So, Joy, Care Bear, and then Sky. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you for calling it out. I really was hoping that when we had, do you guys have a Switch, Twisted? I really wish that the poll system somewhere through Teams could take the list for me, but it just doesn't.
The Paranauts have a.
So this is our new setup. It is a beautiful box that Twisted bought for us that allows us to hold the tarot cards up by themselves, and it's got quite a bit of space. I'm going to block that light in a minute, but this is what I'm using today. Incromancy 6, Monsters and Myths. Hootless, I'd like you to pay attention to this one and see if you really like it. I actually have a box of these that are still wrapped that I'd like to give a couple away. So if you like them, I'd like to gift you one. I have one for Adius. I have a couple of them marked, but I still have 5 that are in their original packaging. This is from the Weirding Society, one of my other second favorite tarot groups. Weirding Society is a group of tattoo artists. And these tattoo artists,
Pick one, Tina. Bless them, Tina.
where's my phone? I need
Thank
it.
you, Tina. Tina, bless your cards.
Oh, right here.
Paranormal.
The tattoo artists get together periodically, and they're part of this thing called the Weirding Society, and they get together and they make tarot decks. This is their 6th one. I get them every time. They're limited. There's only 1,000 made of each run, and then they never make them again. So yeah, and that's what they are. So I have a couple of extra decks. If you're interested, let me know. I also have a Wayward Lenormand deck too, extra, if you're interested in those, but just have a couple. I'm gonna do a highlight real quick because we are switching over to tarot. So a new section of the show, just where we're gonna do tarot. And I know there's a lot of you, so we're gonna try to make it a little fast. I don't want us to be here all day. I know
Can I show my
Adius is starting to. Yep, set it right there.
box? I am using the Santa Muerta Oracle today. The Book of the Deads wants to talk to the people of the deads. Never
All
used
right.
this deck. All right.
And now what I need to do, I have to build a little house of tarot. To block out this bright light that always happens over here. Can I see your box?
Yeah. Which one? The whole thing or just
Yeah.
a piece of it?
It doesn't matter. So I have to build this the stand of boxes to block out the light over there. All right, so perfect. Oops, not perfect. Fan blew it over. Let's try it this way. So if you like them, let me know. I think you will. That's a pretty cool deck. So,
What up, Poochie?
Butchie.
we are having some lag still too. We got to figure that out. I want to minimize this. I think my laptop is really starting to get to a point where it's having trouble. Yeah, it was perfect. Like the camera fits right on it too. Like perfect. So it's really cool. So we're gonna use the left half of it. Paranormal. Is that?
Okay, I've got my card.
Go ahead.
All right. So paranormal.
Paranormal witch.
From the Santa Muerte Oracle deck. Let's see. Can you see that right? I don't know about that. Let me adjust it. It is card number 15, and please don't murder me if I'm. But first, accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only in this way can your journey be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego.
Very cool. All right, guys.
Tletzaltlotl. Tletzalteotl. I know Popocatépetl. Does Tletzalteotl reign over Popocatépetl?
I don't know. Pele. That's all I remember.
Ba-da-da-boom, boom,
Paranormal.
Popocatépetl.
I've got a really, really beautiful card for you.
Oh,
This is
she's
the
beautiful,
Empress. All right. So how do you guys like this? The setting. I think it's doing a really good job holding it right there.
Yeah.
The Empress. This is the divine feminine of the deck, right? The Empress is all about the things that are in abundance to us. You have this beautiful woman. We've got the dove, what's really cool with the dove. Hey, Kelvin, we got you on, sir. You'll be at the end, though. Welcome,
K to
welcome.
the ELVIN.
Sorry, man, I
Kelvin.
wasn't sure if you were moving this weekend or next weekend. I know you got a lot going on, so thanks for coming. But back to the Empress for paranormal. So this Empress is all about things that are large and in charge and owned and just together. She's got this dove, right? And the dove represents, as we know, love, but also abundance and joy and connection and messages that we're designed to hear. There is what looks like a version of the Ankh. I don't know what that symbol is, to be honest with you, but that also to me represents our power and being comfortable with who we are. So along with Rook's card, this is all about this abundance of connection and femininity and being one with yourself and really coming into who you are, um, and really building up that for you. This is for Paranormal Witch. So look in your divine feminine. Maybe that sex magic book was the right time because this goes right along with that. She is bringing you into a period of abundance, and recognizing that you have the things within you that you need. And this is go out natural. Go out and be who you are 100%.
Make some sweat rice.
Make some sweat rice.
Look it up. You'll have to look that one up. Sweat rice. And look up Trinidad, Tobago.
Yes, sir.
Rituals.
Squeaky is up next.
All right. I hope that was helpful, Miss Paranormus.
We're going to have to start reading that book too so we can talk about it.
She's stupendous. All right. Yeah, we really should. So squeaky clean, hail Santa.
Hail Santa.
We
yes.
love paranormal.
All
Yes,
these cards
we
are
do.
beautiful like that, and they're all such a different kind of style. But Squeaky, Salann.
Furry rage. I connect to squeaky rage furry.
All right, I'm going first.
All right.
We have the Eight of
Pegasus.
Wands. All right, so in this Eight of Wands, what you see here is this Pegasus, right? And this Pegasus has got their wings out. They're fully emblazoned. And what you also see, unfortunately, is 8 arrows that have pierced, right?
Red Lord and Gifter.
You guys see that?
Is he a grifter?
I know the light is a little funny over here. Let me get a little bit of a shadow. Might help with the focus. So basically the idea that you think of with a Pegasus is this magnanimous otherworldly creature that's able to go between different places. You've got horses on the land and you've got Pegasus in the world, right? And there's lots of other things that the Pegasus can stand for. But this Pegasus has taken 8 shots but is still standing. It is perseverance in the things that you are doing. It is hard work. What you're doing has taken a lot out of you, and is going to continue to take a lot out of you, but it's not going to get you down. It's not going to kill you. Pegasus here is not laying down in this card. Yes, she's hurt. Yes, she's been shot, but she is still moving around. She is still up, and she's still going to fly away and still, to me, be fine. So take this in a way of perseverance, that you're coming towards the end of working through something and it is going to get you going. So we've got some good things coming, but it's been really hard and you're feeling some pain from it, or you will be feeling some pain and difficulty from it, but that does not mean it's not valuable or worthy. Why am I getting this?
Okay. And I have pulled, hey Tina, the World of Actions card 25, Birth. The material world of actions opens with birth, of course. The preceding levels of emanation, creation, and formation have finally conglomerated, giving birth to matter and to the phenomenal world in which the actions of man take place. We pass the black veil that separates us from the higher and more abstract levels. We descend a staircase, becoming more and more aware of ourselves and of the Santa Mother Muerte that gives us our time. In fact, every mother is a giver of death because being tied to a form is what makes us mortal. But without her, we could not exist as individuals. We could not smile, cry, evolve, create a family, or build a home. The advice of the dead. It is time to act and begin the work you must bring into the world, as your potential is at its highest and is simply waiting to come to light. Ooh. Do it. Yes card, do it right now. Do it. Yes card, do it right now. Not tomorrow, but today. All right.
Squeaky kind of building off of that. While the Eight of Wands is not a yes card, the Eight of Wands card is a card that says to keep moving. So it fits in there with you.
Keep fucking going. KFG, bitch.
Yeah. And I don't know the myths extremely well. So if you guys have input on these as I go through them, please, by all means. This is the Myths and Monsters deck. So please, if you know a little bit about it, share.
Pegasus.
Helps Perseus get the head of the Morgan. Okay, did not know that. But please, by all means, share your symbols too if you know or have any input on the symbolism in the cards. Tina, you can't go over there. He doesn't want you.
Mama Dragon.
Okay,
I always
she won't
want
stay
Tina.
with me.
Come here, Tina Pachut.
I have to sit with you for the energy of the creativity for my new video.
I love you, baby, so much. I'm honored that you would want to sit with me.
So, before I pull cards for Mama Dragon, who's up next,
Tina Mama Dragon.
Twisted, the
manifest yourself.
the herb, the ceramic charcoal burner replacement thing, it works. You set it at 250, it doesn't burn it, and it's giving a light, nice smell in the room. It's really nice. You smell it?
Yeah, who are we talking to?
I was talking to Twisted because I sent the link to her about this one.
Oh.
I just put the stuff in it, and the scent is just really nice.
It's not overpowering.
It's not burning it.
Yeah.
But Mama Dragon is up for a read.
Mama D. Mama D. Mama D. Mama D. Mama D.
Really? I mean, if that's what she wants to be.
Tina?
Mama D.
Tina has blessed your cards.
I'm sure
Mama
Squeaky
D.
wants her to be Mama D. You said it.
Tina is loving on the cards for Mama D.
The card stock on these are also really cool, by the way. Like, they're just so comfortable, and like they just have a neat feeling to them that not a lot of cards have. Like, really soft almost.
Mama Dragon in the house. That's what she is all about. Tree Sap has inspired me to go back to my rhyming of words. And I love it. And fun. Ooh, Mama D.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go, because this is a 9 of Swords. So, as many of you know, the 10 of Swords is the card that I really talk about when things are failing and are going to fail. The 9 of Swords is a deep reflection of this might not work out. What I'm doing doesn't mean it's not valuable, but it's not working out to the way that you wanted it to, and so certain things might not go how you want them. 9 of Swords to me is generally a clear indicator that something that you've been working out is not really going in the way we want it to, and that's okay because it's still learning, it's still something we get to go from, but there's something that you're doing that's likely not going to work out for you. You probably already know what it is, and it might be time to just go ahead and cut it, or you're going to have to significantly change it based on other cards that we might see. This is not something that's huge, big, it's just something that you've been working on or doing or thinking about, and it's not going the way you thought it would or the way you want it to. And it's not because you're not doing something right. It's because either something needs to be changed or it's just not the right time or place for you.
I'm big on hard stock.
Yes. Nice. Me too. This card stock, I don't even know what you call it, but it's lightly textured. It's got like I don't know if you can see it, kind of like a canvasy feel to it. And it's just soft. So you feel it. It's weird.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's it's beautiful. The back, did you show them the backs of the cards? That's just beautiful to me.
Don't forget to put your card up.
All right. And from the Sentimental Oracle deck, I pulled card number 17. And this comes from a section of this deck called the World of Formations. And card 17 is the Shadow. The level of formation begins with Shadow. As if in a reflection of what comes from above, from the Darkness card, the shadow represents our occult unconscious, that which silently suggests that we do not perceive, we do not know how to listen to, but that inevitably influences our thoughts, our emotions, and then, on the material plane, our actions. When we are not acquainted with it, we project it externally as a negative component. Thus, we can do nothing but see in binary terms of good and evil, white and black. The advice of the dead. It is important to start analyzing yourself to gain greater awareness of yourself and your relationship to others. Otherwise, it will be impossible to change and evolve.
I like it.
The shadow.
What, fell asleep again?
The shadow.
You know, I used to always sit with my legs crossed, and it just, my feet fall asleep every time now. Hootless is up next.
Ooh, hooty hoo, hooty, hooty, hooty hoo. I still need to look up the 3-pack today. I need to do that.
Yeah. I need to publish my next. So, if you guys, I know some of you don't like AI, and I get it, and I'm okay with that. I don't have as much of an aversion to it as some of you might, and I get it. I'm not really an artist, but I have been writing poetry and songs, and I did put a song out on Spotify and Apple Music. The creator is Max2Core, all one word, MAX, the number 2, CORE. And it's an AI music, but the words I wrote. And I'm going to be releasing another one if you guys are interested. It's kind of like industrial synthwave kind of feel to it. And it was made specifically for the cyberpunk game that we play, like the tabletop game. And I just, you know, if you guys want to check it out, you should check it out. Let me know what you think. But yes, the music is not mine. The singing is not mine. That's all AI generated by a paid voice actor. But the words are mine.
All right. For Sir Behootless, I pulled Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca. Ancient god of the night, of war and education and temptation. He is portrayed holding a mirror in which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and discordance. For this reason, he is governed by the archetype of chaos, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost a leg after using it as bait to attract the monster Kipakli, whose body was used to form the earth and human beings. The advice of the dead: assess in a period of pause and meditation what needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. You will thus be able to obtain great advantages from this new perspective. So if it's feeling busy and a lot going on, assess in a period of pause and meditation. Go somewhere maybe a little bit quiet, or where you can at least try to quiet your mind, brother.
Well, Hootless, I pulled the Two of Cups for you. So the Two of Cups traditionally is kind of the love card, more than even the lovers. Generally, it speaks of romantic love. Like, truly, that's kind of what it is. But I want to read from the book, because the book talks about what Joy was mentioning earlier, which is kind of the story of what's in these monsters and myths, and I don't know them, so I think it would benefit us to read the book along with the read. So from a read perspective, we've got romantic love, unity, partnership, that kind of thing is the Two of Cups, and it's this coming togetherness of two different things. In the steampunk tarot, it's yin yang, which is really cool, the way they do it, and it's the blending of things together. So the book says this is Styx, of the river Styx, right? As part of the night goddess pantheon, Styx personifies the river dividing the mortal realm from the underworld. Known for her unyielding power, her waters bind the gods' oaths, ensuring their sanctity. Styx reflects the themes of boundaries, loyalty, and transformation. So a little bit different direction than I would traditionally read as more of a love and a unification, but I guess boundaries, loyalty, and transformation are a big part of that. And we'll show them in a minute. So I think that's really a part of it, right? So pretty cool. I don't know how well you can see it, but Styx is drawn. Let me get a little bit of shadow over here. There you go. That should be better. So you can kind of see how she's drawn in there. She's holding a red goblet. The river is red, and she's kind of in control of this whole situation. So yeah, really freaking cool card. I think from meaning wise, it's going to be talking about that exercise in growing your love, unity, and connections with somebody that you're romantically involved with. So, very cool. Not sure where Rook went. I'm going to have to wait for him to get back. But Hootless, hope that means something to you or gives you some information. This deck, like I said, it comes with a little teeny card. Yeah, Styx. So Styx is a goddess. I just don't remember what let me see if I can look her up real quick. Styx is a Titan goddess and the underworld river of oaths in Greek mythology. She's the eldest daughter of Titans Oceanus and Tethys, personified hatred and sacred promises. Siding with Zeus during the Titanomachy, she was honored by making her river the ultimate enforcer of all divine oaths. She was married to the Titan Pallas and had 4 notable children who are personifications of triumph and drive. Nike, who's victory. Zealous, who's rivalry. Kratos, strength. And Bia, course. Learn some stuff. That's very cool. Did not know that. I knew her as the river of the underworld of oaths, but not as the actual goddess. So, and I don't know much about the Titans. Like that's, I have a gods and Titans deck too, but I've never really thought about Titans as a thing. Cool. All right, so Rook wants to show you something, Hootless. We talked about this, and what's really cool is these were made by us with the help of Joy Purcell in the chat.
Purcell 716.
Many times ago. So Joy helped us make these.
Mini moons.
So yes, you can show them.
And this one, I would like to give to you if you would have it, and would like to.
And he's cleaned. This is made scrying
Scrying
mirror.
mirror. And we would like to gift it to you if you would like it. It was waiting just for the right time, I feel like. So
Yeah, we
if you'd
talked
like
about
it. It is yours.
the other weekend. We talked about it. The scrying mirrors that we had made. It was a really cool thing that we did with Joy. Joy taught us how to do it with the smoke and the black
All right.
paint and the felt and all the herbs and stuff.
Yep.
There are herbs built right into it that we imbued into the back of it. So it's very. So we have quite a few of them left that we made. So yes.
There's a reason we've saved them.
So it's actually, so the whole thing is, I'll give you a real quick rundown. This is all what Joy taught us, right? It is, we went to the thrift store. We bought a bunch of glass picture frames. And then it is made with the smoke from an oil lamp. So when you get an oil lamp working really hard, right, it puts off that black soot. So we sooted the mirror really well. I don't remember the order of everything. And then we do black paint and some other colors of paint. You layer it on and then felt with herbs. For us, we chose a balance of herbs for different, all the different elements, but with a focus on water herbs that are water related. And we built it into the felt that is the backing. So it is our scrying mirror, magical scrying mirrors. It was a really great, fun thing. We need to do again.
Yes.
We need to do some more of that stuff. Joy.
Yes. Miss Joy. We need to go visit Miss Joy.
We have better and more tools on our recording too to share this with other people. But there, we have a video of it somewhere. It's really long. That and the pomanders.
Yes,
which still are hanging.
Our pomanders are still hanging.
They are still hanging. They still smell good too. Not near as much.
They're magical.
I'm pretty sure there is mugwort in these. I don't remember, to be honest, everything that we put in, but a couple years ago.
All right.
All right, but let us know if you're interested. We'll bring it with us next time we hang out. Or
Yes, he did. He said that'd be great.
we can just show it to you. Twisted is next, and then Justin, the financier.
All right, Twisted in the house. What's that all about?
Twisted Chaos. Let's see what your tarot read
TK and Vervain.
today says.
Yes. Mugwort and Vervain. T to the K. Every day. She's my sister. I'm another mister. That's how I connect people, by rhymes.
That is not how you normally connect to people.
It is.
But if it's how you connect now, that's fine. Four of Pentacles. Oh my God. Financier's going to love this one. We talk about this, but we've never pulled it recently. This is the Miser card. I call it the Miser card. That's got a negative connotation. It's not really the Miser card. It's the financial card. It means save money.
Very normal.
It means you need to not spend so much. You need to hold things in a little bit,
That's
and you
right.
need to go into a period of being frugal.
Yes.
Not that you can't ever spend anything right now, but for this time frame, we need to hold into our money a little bit stronger, a little bit better, find a better way, maybe give ourselves an allowance like we've been doing. I give myself an allowance of X amount of dollars every 2 weeks. That's for kava and doing other things. But please let the financier know that you just pulled the main card in the entire deck that talks about saving your money and not spending too much and paying attention to it. So, yeah, I'm going to read, though, from the book, what the book says.
Ooh, let's see what I got.
This is the gold-digging ant.
Sorry.
The mythical gold-digging ant, rumored to be the size of dogs, was said to dig up gold in the deserts of Pakistan. I've never heard of this. This illustration captures the ant surrounded by its treasures, symbolizing the burden and allure of riches. The creature's wealth is a double-edged sword, bringing both regality and weight. Upright, meaning security, conservatism, scarcity, control, and restraint. I know he heard. Watch his be the spending card.
Okay.
There's a spending card in here. We'll see it. But that's the Four of Pentacles.
And I pulled card
So
number
funny.
30. Let's see what she
Tina's
says.
back over my leg.
Realization. It is a card of the accomplishment of one's work, the realization of one's projects, but also the comprehension of the entire process we are immersed in. Something with faraway roots has passed between our hands, infused emotion into our hearts, and finally bloomed like a flower in our mind and then in our work. We are made up of the same particles that make up any other atom of the universe. When we are moved by something, it is the universe that watches and is moved by itself, participating in this joyous merriment that was made possible only by the form, albeit a transitory one, that the Holy Mother has given us. Advice of the dead! It is time to understand the nature of your act because realization is coming and results are near.
Turned off. Right. I had a timer on it. This is a really neat burner. I'll show it to you guys when we're done with the cards. It's $35, and I don't have to keep lighting the charcoal. So in the house, it keeps the smoke down, but gives you all of the scent. It's really nice. I am very impressed with it. You have to turn it all the way on full blast, though, but it doesn't burn it. So nice.
Like there's no smoke at all.
Yeah. Which can be a good thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Especially with Finny.
With the
Finny doesn't
babies,
do well with the
that's
smoke.
true.
So this cuts down on the
If
smoke.
I could just smell it more, it'd be a little bit better.
You don't
but-
even... Okay, so when you're smoke cleansing, you know you don't have to have tufts of smoke, right? The scent is carried on the air regardless of whether you see the smoke or not. You're still
Yeah.
cleansing.
So I just want to smell it a little more.
Well, it's not smelling now because it turned itself off on the timer. Like I just said, I have to get it heated back up.
As you said.
Because it has a 30-minute, 1, 2, 4, and 8-hour timer, so I had it on 2 and we just hit 2 hours.
Alright, let's see.
Justine, the financier.
Justin. It's time to pull a card for Justin.
From the Tattoo Tarot. The Tattoo deck. Ah! Oh my god. 10 of Pentacles.
Ah!
Guys, seriously. This is literally the perfect card.
Money.
I just called it. I did not pick this
The
card
money
on purpose.
card. Money.
This is the
money.
wealth card. This is the family card. You got good things coming, financial security, but the mimic. Many of you know the mimic. This is from like Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff, right? The mimic is a shape-shifting monster. Often, I have an actual mimic box here.
Or is that an illusion of money?
A shape-shifting monster disguised as a treasure chest that embodies the allure of deceit.
Ooh.
This creature warns against blindly pursuing material abundance, as not all that glitters is gold. The mimic's disguise reminds seekers to approach opportunities with discernment, as hidden traps can lie in wait. So generally, it's talking about financial security. So this is the card that says, well, Twisted was save and hold on to everything. This card, it's not the spending card. That would have been funny. This is saying you have wealth right now. You have a lot of stability around the financial things that are going on in your life, so hold on to it. Couldn't have picked a better card for this, truly. But be aware or be wary of the potential for some investments or some things to be a little bit tight or maybe not perform as well or even negatively. So just make sure you're making good choices. But this is built upon having a good stash, a good stability, a good stable base. So the financier gets the yes and the good card, where Twisted got the zip it up card for a little bit.
And I am pulling from the Santa Marta Oracle card number 3, Chaos.
It's so funny.
This card represents the shapeless primordial soup, the alchemist's receptacle, the palette held by the artist before he starts painting as shown in the art card. Technical ability and knowledge are ready and abundant, but the final execution and the right route are needed to avoid dispersion. Without quick and aware action, you face the risk of drifting away, feeling entropy, or remaining trapped in a stalled situation. The advice of the dead: it is time for action. Analyze and choose all the opportunities available to you quickly without fear of cutting something out.
I love you, Tina, but I'm not picking you up.
B-I-T-C-H-E-S to my bitches. What? Say my bitches. Who? B-I-T. TGS.
I'm just looking to see if we had a pre-call set up today, and it doesn't look like we did. We're supposed to. All right.
You're welcome.
YOLO is next. I don't know why I did that with that accent.
I don't either, but what were you channeling there?
YOLO is next.
YOLO and FOMO. You only live once.
I had a heart attack. Your reminder, your flight to Sarasota.
The fear of missing out.
I booked it for somebody else.
All right, let's see. Who we got? Donkey.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Did you say donkey?
Let me ride that donkey.
Please. Give me that donkey butt and them big ol' legs. I ain't too proud to beg. Ain't no shame in this game. I'm gonna break it down and beg like Jake. Please. 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 Let me ride that donkey. Let me ride that donkey. Sorry, guys. We used to blast this in my cousin's Fiera with like 6 of us in that 2-seater car. Oh my god. Seriously, we would pack people in that little 2-seater.
Where else can you get these antics on a Sunday?
In the middle of tarot.
That includes tarot.
After talking about abortion
and generational trauma and culpability.
Sounds like church to me.
Church.
Sorry. Okay, so we pulled the 8 of Wands again for YOLO. So I will pull
hex, you can heal.
A clarifier. Same message though that I'm getting from the 8 of Wands is we have the magnificent Pegasus, who's in both worlds, right? The world of the air, the world of land, and able to go back and forth. Very strong, not dying here, but has taken some damage, but is persevering. So the 8 of Wands is really this great advancement of being able to take stock of where you are. You might need to make some changes in what you're doing, but ultimately you're in a good spot.
Ooh.
I want to read this one because I didn't read it.
That's tangential.
All right, so the Pegasus from the book. Pegasus is a symbol of righteousness, courage, and protection. It brings harmony and success. Did not know that. So righteousness, courage, and protection. Legends say he was either slain by Zeus for attempting to reach Olympus or honored by carrying Zeus's thunderbolts there. I like that one. His legacy captures strength, luck, and the triumph of righteous ambition. Meanings from the book say alignment, air travel, movement, and quick decisions. For me, being that it is Wands near the end, this is the culmination or coming towards the end of a really of your cycle of this sort, and is really speaking to that ability to pull things back and forth and persevere. You just might want to take some stock about exactly where you are and where you're looking. We bring the sun to Sunday. That was really sweet.
Thank you, Care Bear. And for you, YOLO, I have pulled number 10. Mictlantecuhtli. Card number 10. Mictlantecuhtli.
Mm-hmm.
What did you call me? Mictlantecuhtli.
What he said.
The king of the dead in the afterlife, ruler of the deepest part of the underworld, along with his wife, Mictlantecuhtli.
What did you call me?
Mictlantecuhtli. He forms the binary and complementary opposition of disaggregation of bodies and matter. We see him devouring a body, for rupture and fading out are the starting point for any successive work of creation or regeneration. He is the alchemic solve to separate the analysis before synthesis, the phoenix that dies and turns to ashes before rebirth. The advice of the dead. It is time to look at the situation from a more in-depth point of view, to analyze the circumstances before putting the pieces back together. Analyze the circumstances before you put the pieces back together. All right.
Well, I have a clarifier because, Pegasus. Guess what my clarifier is.
Get.
The clarifier is death.
Yeah. Take it back. Record back. Okay.
Shh, take it down a notch.
I'm excited.
I never want to make your volume below 10 on a 1 to 10 scale, but you are at a 25. We can go for the 18 or so. It'd be great. Just kidding. So this is Charon, the ferryman of River Styx, son of Nyx, goddess of night in Greek mythology. Within Greek mythology, Charon would require a single obol or coin placed within the mouth of the deceased before burial as payment for passage to the underworld. As we know, death is all about not the negatives, but their metamorphosis, the rebirth, the coming again. Goes right along with your card. So your clarifier was already his card, but here we got this, right? So, yeah, it really does. So in clarification, right, we're gonna keep moving forward. We got some metamorphosis coming here, YOLO. You got some change, some good change coming. This is kind of like the boat that I pictured a little bit when Joy did the regression.
That's a don't stop, get it, baby, put some boom in it.
Ben Jehovah is next.
Ben Jehovah. Is this the Ben we know?
Yeah.
I know Ben.
Well, no.
Do I know Ben?
Ben Jehovah?
Mm-hmm. Or no, I don't.
I mean, you know of.
I don't know Ben Jehovah.
Ben Jehovah, I think. It's not in person, Ben.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, no. It does sound like a name he would pick.
It Ben Jehovah.
Ben Jehovah.
Right. I need to put another thing here.
All right, Benja. Benja's got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles has been coming up a lot lately, too.
Warm it up, Chris. Ooh, that's a cool ass card.
Yeah, it is. So the queens, for me, part of the court cards, represent people, you, your person, somebody in your life, probably you. So Benja. The Queen of Pentacles, we actually pulled this the other day. Did I pull it last night? I think I pulled it last night. She's the queen that has this
Care Bear Sky and Lord
need for opulent things or love of opulent things, but also recognizes that it's not just about the things you have. But she does like the nice things. She's very opulent. She's got all the baubles and stuff. And so there is some feeling of abundance in here, but it's really appropriate ownership of things. So not taking things too seriously and not holding on to physical things too hard. So you might want to take a look at where you're maybe holding on to things that you need to let go. I do not know what myth this would go along with, so I'm going to, again, read it. Joy might know this. Now I see the name of it.
Joy.
I would not. This is not what I thought this was, but this is a dryad. So this really fits along with the Green Man, which would be the King of Pentacles in this case. She's also talking about creature comforts and financial security according to the card, but dryads are gentle, nurturing forest spirits that embody strength and resilience. Guardians of trees and animals, they bring healing and protection to those who enter their domain. As symbols of longevity and harmony, dryads remind us of the enduring bond between nature and its protector. So add that to my more traditional meaning of the Queen of Pentacles, of having the nice shiny baubles and things around you, but not being too connected or too greedy of them. Think also of creature comforts, practicality, and financial security.
All right. For you, Benja, I have card 31, Celebration. All right. Look at all that. That's a cool little display she's got there.
Is that a... Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a display. That's kind of like the Day of the Wall of the Dead.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. Celebration is in close contact with a memory card, and it incites us to celebrate life and the deserved results we obtain, which belong to us as much as they belong to those who came before us, our ancestors. Oh, that's fitting with the topic today. And the people with whom we collaborate, as expressed by the fraternity card. As the tree that renews its leaves but keeps its roots, we must always have the courage to renew our ideas while maintaining the principles that have guided us and that were passed on to us by our ancestors. The advice of the dead, Ben Jehovah: take action while constantly bearing the past in mind, without being afraid of having to change your ideas, even drastically. This kind of goes with our theme a little bit today, with the ancestors, bitchin' ancestors. Oh.
All right. So
All right.
Joy is up next. This is. You smell it, Brad? This is doing really well. Like, I'm very impressed.
Okay, yeah. Put it up. Crank it up all the way. Let me see.
I don't want to crank it up all the way. I like to.
Mostly the way. 3/4 of the way.
It's 3/4. It's
90%?
It's at 200 degrees out of 300 options. I need the dragon's blood.
I want it to burn.
I'm gonna grab something real quick so I don't forget it. But Joy,
Run, Lady Joy.
we are.
Run, Lady Joy.
I'll get going for a minute. I'll be right back, y'all. I need to get another drink because my mouth is really dry.
All right. my cards real quick. All right. Oh, I'm out of jail. I can drive now. All right. Well, if you'd still like to be driven, we can come drive you, or I should say, Imogene can come and drive us somewhere nice.
Yes.
Joy's out of jail. She can drive.
Oh, sweet.
I want to come see you. I want to.
When are you available for us
have a
to come see you or hang
card
out?
stay. I want to do a craft and a nice meal. We can even go to that pot place that you and Brian like that I didn't particularly care for, but if y'all like it, we can go. What was it called? Pot something stickers?
Pot stickers, yes. I love pot stickers.
It creeps me out with the little conveyor belt.
I don't know that I can eat that much there anymore, though, because I don't have much of an appetite anymore.
Who was in
So-
jail? Did I miss something? Oh yeah, Joy was in jail.
Ah,
In Healing Joy at jail.
healing jail, yes.
She may share if she likes. Anytime, she said. We will not share the information. I want root beer. I'd like a root beer float.
Ooh,
Sounds good.
I want a root
With
beer.
kratom.
Kratom, yeah.
All right, Lady Joy. Let's see what we got
Lady
from the advice of the dead here. They're very wise as they know what they've experienced, what we're going through.
Ooh, joy.
You know that's why I chose this deck, right? Because the topic.
Mm-hmm. First card is the High Priestess.
Ooh, look at that. Got us there.
Yes, so I can tell you, is this Kali?
Looks like her.
I want to see if I'm right.
Kali, Inanna.
No, this is
Isis
Arachne.
to
I
down.
saw the extra arms and thought that's Arachne. Okay, the web. I see it now.
Spider Queen.
All right.
The spider got us.
So the High Priestess, this is one of my
First
favorites.
witch.
The High Priest, High Priestess, a Magician. Those are like my favorites, right? High Priestess to me, the first thing that I generally get with the High Priestess is this idea that we can't take shortcuts. And it's not just like don't take shortcuts. It's in order to get where you're trying to go, you have to go through all of the steps. You don't want to skip anything or, power read through it. You want to slow read through it. Take in everything of what's going on and be very, very engaged and close and pull fully through whatever your learning is, whatever's on your plate. Because sifting through it too fast is not going to go very well. You're going to miss out on a lot of things. And that's kind of where the High Priestess comes from. She's like, I have the secrets. I have the information. I'm getting the information. But we can't take shortcuts because we're going to miss out on so much. So from the book, Arachne, the skilled weaver of Greek mythology, dared to challenge Athena, resulting in her transformation into a spider. Her tale warns against hubris and emphasizes humility, respect, and wisdom. Arachne's story serves as a reminder of the balance between knowledge and reverence for higher powers, illustrating the consequence of overconfidence. Her upright meanings in the book are inner voice, mystery, the unconscious, and intuition. So that kind of fits with the traditional meaning, generally speaking, like, not taking shortcuts because you're listening to the whole entire process and staying in the whole thing. I really like that. Be aware of the webs we weave, but also construct the webs that you need and use the web for what it's designed for, right? Actually do the match. It's kind of like the magician. She does the stuff.
I feel like I pulled this card already once. So I pulled the clarifier. Did we pull this realization card? I feel like we did. I remember thinking like she looks proper. Maybe we did not. But I feel like we did. And regardless, I pulled the clarifier card. So the realization card is the card of the accomplishment of one's work. The realization of one's projects, but also the comprehension of the entire process we are immersed in. Something with faraway roots has passed between our hands, infused emotions into our hearts, and finally bloomed like a flower in our mind and then in our work. We are made up of the same particles that make up any other atom in the universe. When we are moved by something, it is the universe that watches and is moved by itself, participating in this joyous merriment that we made possible only by the form, albeit a transitory one that the Holy Mother has given us. All right. So the advice of the dead, it is time to understand the nature of your act because realization is coming and results are near. So anytime I pull a card that has been used, I pull a clarifier card, and this one is card 24, which I think is just lovely. And card 24 is Flux. The last card of the World of Formations shows us that we can only obtain self-realization and do significant things in the world if we understand that our present is generated and connected by every kindness and every crime of the past in a continuous flow. We are like antennae that can receive and transmit the original light that comes from the 8th card of emanations, which also reaches us through our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, and through the forms we have given our gods. The advice of the dead of Flux. Remember that you are the one in the present, holding your future, and that if you want this future to be positive, you must first look inside yourself, because every action you decide to take in the world is nothing but a reflection of yourself.
I like
it's
that.
a really beautiful card. I hope that's meaningful. All right. Hermetic. Yeah. All right. Those are some pretty cards. Then we go to Care Bear because she used to sing. I still gotta look up on her YouTube. We go to Care Bear because she used to sing, and I gotta go and watch her YouTube. I didn't forget. I'm on top of it. All right, I'll shut up. I'm connecting to Care Bear.
Care Bear house.
You're welcome.
House. Where'd I get house from? Bard of cards.
I don't know, but you are connecting to Care Bear through that. And
What was that, Care
I am
Bear?
through my song.
Do you ever do readings? Bard of cards? I would love.
Ooh, does she
to
do
ask
readings?
for a
I would
reading.
love to
That'd be neat.
ask for a read. All right, Care Bear, Bard of Cards, what you got going in the yard? I'm channeling very high school game band pep rally today.
I gotta reshuffle.
You are welcome. Pick up some of what you guys said, but it is had to roll back. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. Ben Jehovah, Care Bear. Lord Kelvin is one away. After Care Bear, we have Sky and then Kelvin, sir.
The Magician.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, we will be tuning
Nice.
in.
So when you're back on, let us know. We would love to come over and support.
Support. We'll raid channel. We'll have some fun. Do it daily.
Where
Under the
is
sun.
go-to channel? I'll make sure we're following you, Care Bear.
Mark it. I gotta subscribe to Care Bear Bards of Cards.
All
Ooh,
right.
I like her. I like her bear and her cards. Oh, sweet.
All right, we're gonna check out some. I didn't know you had videos.
We're gonna check you out.
By the way,
I'm gonna find the singing one. Sorry, that's all.
anybody in our chat, if you have videos and YouTube stuff, you are absolutely welcome to share. As long as if it blocks you, is what I'm saying is if it blocks you, we'll fix it. So share your streams, share your discords if you want, and whatever you want to, please.
Jeez. I got you,
Yes.
boo.
Ben, it's a very neat deck. It says very special. The Magician, though, is the first card or the card for Care Bear. And the Magician, this is my true favorite of the entire deck. You guys hear me? I say every card's my favorite at some point. But this is actually my favorite. I have one that I wear with me of the Magician. And the reason I like the Magician so much is because he is everything. He is the doer. He has all of the elements. He has everything. He is the master of doing the thing. He doesn't sit by. So when the Magician shows up, he's saying, make sure that you have equally considered all the things and pulled everything in, and then go do what you need to do. When you do magic, it doesn't matter if you're not doing the action. You have to do a corresponding action in the physical realm for magic to work. You can't say, I need a job and I need money, but you don't put in an application. That's always the example we go to. And the Magician is the do card. Whatever you're thinking about right now or have been thinking about, you got to do it. Take the steps, put the magic into it, put the things together, and go out and make it work. Now, from a book, this is Odin. Odin, representing the pursuit of wisdom and intellect, embodies the transformative power of knowledge. Known for sacrificing his eye at the well of Mimir in pursuit of enlightenment, he represents the ability to shape reality. Runes in the background read Odin, underscoring his connection to ancient wisdom and his role as a guide for those seeking profound insight. His meaning is determined, resourceful potential, and transformation. Now, that does make sense with Odin, but I still stand by the traditional meaning of to do, to act, to make magic, do magic. I would love to make a headpiece like that. That would be so cool.
I know somebody who can. Mama Dragon. It may be Claire that we ordered for
Care Bear Stare.
Yeah. All right, Care Bear, Barta cards. I have pulled number 32, the Santa Muerte card.
Ooh.
We have come to the last card of the World of Actions and the last card of this oracle, which concludes with a new beginning. Santa Muerte reminds us all that the energy we have at our disposal is a loan we will have to pay back, and it is thus our responsibility to transform it in the most beautiful and positive way possible through our existence. This energy was present in the moment it allowed us to exist as we lay in our cribs after birth, and it lovingly holds our hand when we face a new staircase in the grave. Just as life generates death and death generates life, this card invites us to accept any change, transformation, or drastic severing of the perspective with a smile. The advice of the dead: make a firm decision on what to cut and what to change in your life. Otherwise, no betterment will be possible. All right. I just love these cards. All right, Catbird. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. Hope it helps. Now we move on to Sky.
Thank you, Care Bear. Sky is next.
Y-E.
All right, Brad.
Cards. What you got to say for Sky?
I'm sorry.
E.
Come here, baby. She never be sorry for her.
She keeps digging at my leg so hard I can't
I love
ignore
her. Come here.
Hmm.
Tina is going to bless and cleanse the cards for Miss Sky. Tina, can you see him? Let me boop your nose. Boop. We are surrounded by Tina's energy for the cards. All right. Come on, Chi-Chi. You can sit with me, baby. All right, score.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Hooty-hoo.
Sky.
Hooty-hoo. Hooty-hoo.
Sky Key.
Looks like a tornado on there. Wind, water,
Where?
hearts, flowers. The blue ones.
What?
The blue icon she's putting. Iconography.
Oh.
Looks like a tornado. Is it?
It's like a diamond to me.
Diamond. All right, we're going to go to Sky.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond, cut in the world. She'll cut a bitch with her diamonds. She'll cut a bitch with her stuff.
We're going to have to pull a clarifier for this one, too. We have 9 of Swords.
That's beautiful.
I picked up your practice of clarifying when I repeat.
I do. I mean, I really do, because it might have... I want to make sure if the message needs to be...
So the 9 of Swords, we're going back to like the cycle of things, right? The 10 of Swords is the failure of something, and the 9 of Swords is recognizing that something's not working out. Something has to be changed if you're going to be able to progress it. One of the things with the swords is they generally represent opportunities, choices, difficult things, but also knowledge. And the 9 of Swords isn't, and nor is the 10. They're not these cards of, I'm a failure. It's not that. It's these things are going to not make it to where they need to go or where you want them to go. And you recognize it, but you have to do something about it to change it. Now, in the book, it talks about anxiety, trauma, worry, and fears, and maybe having some bad nightmares, which also is associated with the 9 of Swords traditionally. This is the Night Hag. The Night Hag, accompanied by her mare, is an ancient figure seen in many cultures. Brings sleep paralysis and frightful dreams, embodying the torment of nightmares. Known for inducing terror in the vulnerable moments of sleep, she represents the fearsome weight of suppressed anxieties and haunting visions. In this case, for me, I'm getting this feeling of the 9 of Swords that we need to pull out some different energy because things aren't going the way you want them and you're having an increased anxiety and they're not being dealt with. That you need, there you go, walking through what you need to walk through to get where you need to go. This to me, I don't know why it's popping into my head, but binaural beats that are associated with deep REM sleep sounds like a meditation that you could do with that binaural beat might be helpful. But needing to deal with some deep-seated anxieties to get where you need to go. And then for a clarifier, we're going to add the 10 of Wands. So what this tells me is that we went from 9 to 10, so we're progressing. So if we can deal with these anxieties, we can deal with these frustrations or things that are holding you back logically and through knowledge and thoughtfulness. We're going to jump into the 10 of Wands, which is actually a really good card. The 10 of Wands talks about the fulfillment of something that's very meaningful to you. That's very much something you're passionate about. Now, in the card in the book, this is the Goblin accomplishment. Like I said, we're gonna move forward. So to me, you're in a very rough spot that you're gonna have to make some significant moves, but you're gonna have a good outcome in the long run. The Goblin is in Appalachian folklore. Goblins are subterranean creatures linked to hardship and resourcefulness. Here, a goblin treks home at dusk, hoarding mystical trinkets. This tenacious figure moves like the Ten of Wands, symbolizing perseverance in turbulent times, even when burdened by struggles and challenges. Upright meanings are accomplishment, completion, and hard work.
Alrighty. Alrighty, Sky. I have pulled for you card number 9 from the Santa Muerte Oracle. Sorry about that. So sorry. Card number 9 is Tlaloc. In Aztec mythology, Tlaloc is considered the god of rain and fertility. Benevolent and indulgent towards the prayers and sacrifices that are offered to him, he was still worshipped with fear because although we watered fields and gave prolificacy with one hand, he could cause floods and droughts and summon lightning with the other.
So he can make your wildest dreams come true and have complete abundance and growth, or he can take it all away and flood it and destroy it.
Sounds like Santa Muerte.
Tlaloc.
Tlaloc. The advice of the dead. Pay attention and weigh the forces you wish to put into play, because they are like the water. It can irrigate, but in excess it can cause floods, and in absence it can cause drought.
Very cool.
All right.
I'm liking this deck. We need to use it more because I'm...
shit that you see in me. What? Sorry. This, which deck? This one? Or your deck?
I love my deck.
Oh.
I really like this deck because it's helped me learn about things I wouldn't otherwise learn about in that culture. It's really nice.
I'd like to use the now the Santa Muerte Tarot then too.
No worries. And Ben and anybody in this chat, you are absolutely invited to and more than welcome to share your opinions on the cards and what you think when you see them. It's a great way to learn to tarot read, especially intuitively, to see what other people come up with. So
that's awesome.
Just
man.
Putting that out there. If anybody ever wants to add, please do.
Please put it 100%, million%.
Helps me learn too.
It helps us all learn.
Lord Kelvin.
Kelvin, Kelvin. He moved last week and now he's back again.
You know what? I just had the burning desire
Go,
to.
Kelvin.
I'm going to show you guys what we made. So Twisted Chaos had the idea.
Yeah.
And we met yesterday and we used lots of different tools to make witch salt.
So
I had a blast doing it. And I'm going to add a little bit of witch salt to our thing here.
Hey, Kelvin. West, south, east, north. What you looking for?
God, this mugwort oil is strong
east,
as
south,
hell.
West, north. What you doing and what you here for?
So yes, this is our witch salt. We are going to post the recipe in our grimoire, but all
like a new emotion.
First thing I'm doing after this is making face wash. Oh, we don't have any freaking distilled water.
We get some today. I'd like to make some as well.
If you make your own face wash, do not use tap water.
Don't use tap water.
It will cause problems. Joy. So the intention of witch salt is putting your energy in it and intent first, right? As we all know, it's for everybody. Of protection, securement, stability, safety. But that it can also be used as kind of an astringent if you need to maybe perhaps cleanse somebody else out of your way. Or
I needed to make it for,
or I don't want to say bind, but for binding and for other things, but mainly for protection. It's for personal protection and home protection.
I needed.
It's got some really neat stuff in it.
Like
Some good mixes of different salts and things. We used ash and charcoal and a couple of other things. But yeah.
I know I pulled this one again. Plaza Toto. Yes. So I'm going to pull you a clarifying card, Kelvin.
Kelvin, I pulled the Hermit for you.
14.
The Hermit is a really cool card that tells us about self-introspection and learning through our own practice and knowledge. Sometimes it's important to go inside yourself and be with yourself to really understand a situation so that you can grow from it. Sometimes the hermit can become something that's a little bit too much, meaning you've retreated inside so far that you're not really coming out and using the knowledge that you have. The only way to know that is through different cards, but for me, the hermit almost always is speaking out the need to go inside and needing to have some solitude. It doesn't mean be lonely. It means moments where you are truly with yourself to try to understand yourself and learn yourself and contemplate yourself and your thoughts. So when you're alone or when I think you're in your new place, it looked like just not unpacked, remember to take a moment to just sit with yourself and say, this is good. How am I feeling? How are things going? What's happening around me? Just check in with yourself. And know that you can learn and grow from all the things that you do by checking in with yourself and this moment of solitude. So from the card from the book, this is Baba Yaga.
Oh, I love Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga is the enigmatic witch of Slavic folklore residing in her chicken-legged hut, guarding the boundary between life and death. As a solitary figure, she rewards or punishes seekers based on their intentions. Her dual nature as protector and judge emphasizes the importance of wisdom, respect, and the journey of self-discovery. Upright meanings in the book are introspection, meditation, and self-reflection. It does. She's standing on a stump, it looks like. And that's, I guess, the moon behind her, but it's Baba Yaga.
I love Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Sir Kelvin, all right.
Yabba Baga.
I pulled a repeat card for you, so I did a clarifier. The repeat card I pulled first is card number 15. And interestingly, these cards are located in order in the deck. So this is card 15, Lazatoto. And this is the card that says trust your intuition, but first accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only this way can your journey be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego. To clarify, I pulled the card that precedes her in the deck, which is Chalchutuklu. Chalchutuklu is the goddess of the waters, lakes, seas, and sailors, as well as the goddess of beauty and fertility. She reminds us of how development and progress can only be possible if we view life as a benevolent river, a moving event, and not as something static. The flow expressed by the love card, which if understood and allowed to run, allows Chalchutuklu to bring beauty and ardor instead of lightning and storms. The advice of her dead: do not fight against the flow you are in. A river cannot be tamed with force. You must surrender to its current and use its strength as if it were your own. Chalutiku.
That is neat deck. I'd like to meditate on some of those to learn them better.
Yeah, we should.
Did we miss anybody?
Miss anybody of our Sunday friend group? We didn't mean to. If we did, tell us and we'll pull cards.
So we're gonna switch back to our live circle guest. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Don't burn your cards. You'll melt them, you know. You're so critical of me. Here's your box. So, thank you guys. What was your thoughts on the Incromancy Monsters and Myths deck that Salann was using?
Thank you for hanging out with us on your Sunday, peeps, witches, bitches, dudes, and crudes. We love you.
Ooh, I just thought of what we need to do.
Shake a tail feather.
Shake a thing, shake a thing.
What's that one?
I
Shake
like
your
that.
bonbon, shake your bonbon, shake your bonbon.
So, couple things coming up. Yep, June 6th, I think we said. Is that right? June. I'm getting there. No, June 9th. June 9th. Yeah, so Joy, speaking of, I'm not sure if you're interested, but I do have an extra deck. I bought too many copies of this. or just as many as I was supposed to get, but I don't need them all, obviously. I have 5 decks still in the bag. If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to share that with you if you'd like one. Also, same for you, Hootless, if that's something you would love. I would be more than happy to share a deck with you because, again, I still will have too many. I have one marked for Adius. It's still happening. By the way, June 6th, 6/6, is Adius's birthday.
Woo! We consider him like a family, especially you.
Yeah.
He's I think you're a really good family. Very close. Great guy. I remember one year, didn't we do some kind of stream on his birthday?
We used to do tarot streams on his birthday way back when.
666 stream.
Care Bear, when are you turning?
When are you
46?
turning 46 years young? I'm almost 46 as well. That's a coincidence.
That's cute. You'll be 49. I'll be 45 this year.
You have to me some beautiful decks. Oh, no.
Absolutely. And you
When are
always
you
thought about
turning-
that too, Joy. If you get the decks and, at some point they're no longer
June 9th.
useful for you,
Woo!
feel free to
Let's see.
gift them on. I love the idea that they can change hands
So let's see. Oh, come
to
here.
where they're needed. But yes, I will keep a deck for you, and I'll set
so
one aside
Adius
for
is
Hootless.
Saturday. Literally. Okay.
What?
I was just looking at Adius. This is Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
This
Ooh,
is
we need to
Saturday,
see
which
who
is we have our show that day. We'll see what they're
We
doing.
need to reach out and do something on the low.
So
Right downtown. Whoop. It's solstice as
what
well.
else was I going to say?
Ooh, solstice. Oh my God. What is day is solstice? The 21st, 22nd?
Usually
You're somewhere around there.
21 to 23,
Youngest
depending on the
day.
year. I'm gonna put this your friend code in here first, so I don't lose it.
Yeah, and
Because
save it for me. Not that he wants to play with me, but I'll put it in there anyway.
once I have it, you can get it from me.
Regardless. Oh, we should probably ask permission.
Let's make sure I get it right.
21st? 21st. All right.
What's on the 21st?
The longest day. As Joy said, we're celebrating the longest
What
day.
day of the week is it?
21st. I feel like it's a Saturday without looking, but let me see if I'm right. I could be wrong. And I'm wrong. It's a Thursday. No, excuse me. I am wrong. It's a Sunday.
I think that's you. I sent it. If you get it, great. If not, text me.
Is Hulu still on? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
I had it written over here.
Less. B. Ooh.
When I travel, I always take the Switch, even if I don't take my other stuff, so I always have something to play.
And I want to find the episode of Unexplained that Hootless is on. Like, can you give a hint? Like the time? Was it this year? Or a couple years ago? Hootless? I want to watch that. We got to check out the Kava place that Hootless and this info on too.
Yeah, I was just talking about that a minute ago.
Maybe next week we can go. Oh, a couple months ago. Recent. Okay. So weird. Thank you, sir. I really like to watch it.
All right, I'm going to put mine in there too. If anybody has Switch, that's my friend code. I hope I wrote yours right down because I just sent one. What's is your name the same or is it different?
Indeed. Let me go to find that Hootless. Let me go to find him.
Because nobody's online.
I have AD.
I probably wrote it wrong.
Unexplains the friend
Rena
of me.
Ren, I miss Rena.
Rena. Generational trauma.
Yeah, no, it's a really good deck. It literally is fun. Okay, so yeah, I did send it to you then, Hootless.
Ooh.
Okay.
Unexplained possibilities.
I wasn't sure if I was sending it to some random person. I don't know.
I think my mom. Oh, what does it say? I think my name. Oh,
Where are you trying to look for?
At the bottom. I think I can't
Yeah,
read it.
right there.
My name is what? Oh, he's talking to you.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for his interview with
Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah, let's watch it when we're done here.
Yeah,
I'll
trying
pull
to
it
find
up.
it. Is this going in the right dates? It wasn't a year ago. Okay. I
Those
forgot.
don't always go in order from that
Ah.
screen. You have to go to the all
Okay.
videos. So,
Yeah. I'll find it.
this was a blast. It always is. I still can't believe you guys want to come out in 11 months ago. We'll find it.
Okay, we'll find it. All right,
Um,
sir.
I still don't believe you guys want to hang out with us sometimes on Sundays,
I
but
know.
I'm glad.
I'm so awesome.
Again, like I said, please
so
let us
thankful.
know. We are going to build an exit, like an end of screen, end of
there it is.
outro,
Aw.
and the outro we want to include how you can contact some of you guys if you want. So, like Care Bear, if you have a channel that you would like us to plug, let us know. We'll write a little information card or send us an information card in an instant message in Discord, and we will add you to it so that at the end of our show, kind of like credits and things, we will put
That
you
used
on
to be
there
my
to kind of share.
favorite part of the show. So
We're
get
going to
back up.
automate it though.
Yeah, fuckers.
So it'll be like a video that we're going to set up. So just let us know if you guys are interested. We'll put you on there. For example, we have Adius will be on there. Anybody who wants to be
Paranormal
that you're in
Witch
here.
for her
Paranormal,
blogs
right? So
on
just
Instagram.
whatever you would like us to share, like your YouTube, your whatever stuff. We'll go from there.
We like to promote it every podcast every Sunday.
Sweet. Yep, there you are.
Thank you, Behootless. I found the video. Two awesome dudes. Behootless and Melvin.
Been a blast. No worries, Benjova. I absolutely understand. But glad you were here and hanging out today. Like I said, Valheim, if you want to play, have some time, you just let me know. Hit me up on Discord or whatever.
I'm beautiful.
Sure.
And I will hop on when I can. Otherwise, same thing in here.
Love you.
But like I said, if you'd like to share, even if you don't have social media, if you just have like a business and you want us to put it out there, let me know. We'll set it up and put you in our credits.
Absolutely.
And we'll go from there.
We play Dead by Daylight, bro. We want to play Jason.
Hootless on Switch 2,
Switch 2.
as Rook doesn't seem to be able to read. All right, Joy, we will see you soon.
Thank you, Joy. Love you.
Yeah, no worries, no pressure either. If it's once a month, whenever, we just do it when we can.
That'd be fun.
Zero pressure. On Switch.
Hey, baby.
So I don't know all the stuff I play, but I have quite a few things, and I am open to getting some new games.
Yo, baby, with your belly. Your belly.
Let's see. I do a lot of retro gaming on there, so not really as many multiplayers, but I have like Mario Kart World, Super Smash Brothers. I'm not good at Mario Kart Deluxe, F-Zero. I play some older games, but anything on there that you think would be fun. Yeah, I have the old Splatoon on I have Switch OLED too, and then he also has a Switch, so we actually have 3 Switches. But I think you can still play it on here if you have the game card. But either way, we do and are interested in playing any games that you might want to play, so just let us know if you have something you'd like to try. Be fun.
I'm a baby.
Thank you all so much for joining. We hope you have a wonderful day. We're going to continue watching a couple of YouTube things.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Nick.
I might even try to see if I can open it up in Discord and share it if anybody wants to hop in and watch. Do
Hey, that'd be fun. Watch party. What?
Co-watch while we're cleaning, because we got to do some cleaning
Gotta clean,
and stuff.
Gotta earn for work. Gotta earn.
You're distressing me.
Sorry, I love you.
I have no clue what I was going to say. So it was great seeing you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Great weekend.
Bye.